Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. No, it's not. It's That's Football. I'm nervous. The nerves are here and they're real. How are we all doing? And welcome to That's Football. It's England versus Croatia. It's a World Cup semi-final. 28 years ago, my last. And 28 years ago. Wow, long time. Long time. And it's taken a long time for England to get back into this situation. Bold Eagle says, come on England. Now is the time. Now is the time. There is no messing around. I said it this afternoon. A whole new England generation of fans are going to experience what I experienced 28 years ago as a kid. Watching England-Germany in that Italia 90 World Cup semi-final. It ended the wrong way, but I never forget it. The pride and the passion within that team that stuck with me now. You know, every major tournament, I look back at that team of Gascoigne, Lineker, and Bobby Robson's team, and you know, I don't even feel the same about this team yet because I don't think we will feel that way until we know what they've achieved. And I hope it doesn't end tonight. I've got a feeling we're going to win 2-1. I'm going 2-1 England. I really think it's time. There's a different feel to it. I don't think Croatia are anything to be massively scared about. Of course they can beat us. They can beat us. We don't know a lot about this England team, but it's a big test. It's a good Croatian midfield, but I'm not scared. I'm not scared. And I wasn't scared in 1990. I probably should have been looking back. It was a very good German team and England played fantastically well, but I was a kid then and I'm an adult now. I know a lot more about football, as I'm sure you do, and I think that in Manchester United again. I'm doing it again. I'm getting very nervous. I can't help it. I think England can win this game. I really do, and I'm very confident that we are going to do it. So anyway, we've got the SofaScore app with us, which we're going to be using throughout the stream. So you can download it on Android and on Apple. It is free. Link in the video description. Let's have a look at the lineups for you. We've got it on night mode at the moment, so it should contrast quite well. As you can see, Subasic in goal, Vida and Lovran the centre backs. Brozovic plays in the midfield with Modric and Rakitic, Perisic and Rebic and Mandzukic up front. And that is the strong area of Croatia. Let's not mess around. I think the defence you can get at. If you watch the Premier League, you know that Lovran can be got at. And Vida's good, but I think England can get at those. The midfield is the area. Modric, Rakitic, Perisic, Rebic. Going to be a big battle in there. But you know what? Perisic and Rebic will be dealt with by Trippier and Young. So it's really Rakitic and Modric for Henderson, Ali and Lingard to deal with. And Sterling's got to cause the difference. Sterling got a lot of stick for not scoring goals. I gave him stick, but everybody's right. He does cause the opposition problems with his pace. He's got to be on his game today. Looking at Mandzukic, if they get decent ball into the box, he can cause problems, but I'm not really worried about Mandzukic. I'm not, because we've got Maguire, we've got Stones and Walker. We've got a good mixed three there. Obviously, England, no changes. Harry Kane, Sterling supporting him. Jesse Lingard, Dele Alli and Henderson in the midfield. Young and Trippier pushing on. Maguire, Stones and Walker and Jordan Pickford in goal. It's interesting. It's a very interesting game, and we'll be keeping up to date with the stats as the game goes through. We don't want to have a look at that. Matches, team statistics, wins 6 without clean sheets. There you go. You can get all your stats in there. But you can download the SofaScore app. Link in the video description. We'll be going through that a lot in the game. All the sort of different stats and the heat maps and everything like that, which you can get on here. This is the app I use for heat maps. So free to download. Very, very good football app, SofaScore. Make sure you download it. If England don't win, domestic violence will rise by 40-60% as play silly games, win silly prizes. You know what? If England wins, you'll still get stupidity. We saw that at the weekend. I hope they're a minority. I don't even want to give them any attention, really. The reality is I've seen a lot of positivity around England and around the country from what England have achieved. And I want to continue to see that throughout the rest of this World Cup and beyond it, because it's been absolutely bloody fantastic. And I want it to continue. I want this dream to keep going. And I tweeted out earlier on, you know what, screw it, I'm going, it's coming home, and I'm going to believe, because you're better off dying believing than never believing at all. And I've been a bit reluctant to jump on it, but actually 2 games away from the most historic thing of my life. You know, your country winning in a World Cup, especially an English team winning a World Cup, it's just never going to happen, is it? It's never going to happen, or is it? So this might be the closest we get for another 30 years. So you've got to embrace these next couple of hours and hopefully the next few days if we can go beyond that, because it'd be absolutely magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. I'm very excited, as you can see. I'm a little bit like a kid at Christmas, but Why not? Why not? Why not embrace it? I don't know. I can't tell you what the game's going to bring. Of course I can't. I've got no idea what the game's going to bring. That'll be the door. I'll have to go and get that. One moment. Why? Why? 1 minute. I'll get it, man. Sorry about that. I'm back. Bit of a. Well, I wouldn't even call it a crisis, but a little bit something going on that's sorted. Window cleaning. There we go. And that's my first swig of beer of the night. We needed some of that. Anyway, how are we all doing? How are we all doing? We are. We're getting ready. We're getting ready, aren't we? Please do share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Let's see if we can get up to 44,000 tonight. But you know what? The actual reality is we're here for a massive game, as I was saying before. I mean, these opportunities don't come around very often at all. They really, really don't. Google, you're making me laugh. You say that, Mark, but you're the one that gave up on the Colombia penalty shootout before it even started, says Ben Freeman. I don't get this, and I'm just going to clear this up now. I've seen a lot of people today saying, oh, all these England fans, all these YouTubers who weren't interested in England before the World Cup. I've got a lot of love for those, and I'm one of those. And I've got a lot of love for those fans who didn't have any belief in England. I mean, Jesus Christ, since when do you get a scout badge for believing in England? We've had 10 years of crap management, crap players, and a crap philosophy. And then Southgate's come in with low expectations and not a lot of interest and pulled a lot of football fans back into supporting England. I would rather it be that way than everyone would just continue in liking England for the last 10 years. It's just, you know, that's ridiculous. I mean, why bang your head against the brick wall? We've had so many international breaks over the last year where most club football fans are like, I can't be doing with this international football, it's crap. And then we've had this amazing World Cup and people have got back behind the country. It's fantastic. I applaud that. I hate the self-sanctimonious people who go, oh, you didn't even like England a few weeks ago. And yeah, so no, I've got no problem with people jumping on the bandwagon. And Mad Marcus says he always believed. I don't know what he's doing with his. I don't think it's even Mad Marcus. Thanks, Mark and Xander, for the watch-alongs. 3 lines on a shirt, says Clive Kennedy. Yes, look, bring it on, and let's see what can be done tonight, because the opportunity is well and truly there for England tonight to do it, and I hope they can. I really hope that they can, and I believe that they will. I've spoken to a lot of people. Some of you might know Drawty from the United Stand days. He's like, I think this could be it because it's all we've ever done. But I believe, and I think we will win it. I think it's too big an opportunity to just let it slip. let it go. And I think Croatia are a team that's definitely beatable. If England play to some sort of potential that we believe that they've got. So let's see what happens.
Well,
all right, mate. How you doing?
Right, bud. Yeah, it is me in the chat, mate. Yeah.
All right. You sound like you'd aged about 20 years there. Just don't get that stressed.
No. I'm like I say. Well, I did text you this afternoon. I've been out earlier, mate. So I've had a couple already.
Oh, he's on the beers already. So these are my first few sips, but there'll be plenty to follow.
Oh, mate, I've been out in the town this afternoon for a few hours, soaking up the atmosphere. It's absolutely buzzing where I am. Absolutely buzzing.
See, unfortunately, I've not been out today. Well, I've been to fetch the kids from school, but I've not really soaked it up. I've kept my head. To be honest, I've kept my head down. That's what she said. But no, I have kept my head down because I've purposely. I mean, the last half an hour we've had the music on and we've had World in Motion, Vindaloo, Three Lions, pumping it up because I knew if I started doing that at 9 o'clock this morning, it's too long. So I've kept my head down. I've been cutting the grass. I've been washing the car, just not thinking about it because it's massive, and that's been my coping mechanism. But it's great that you've been out and about and enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean the best thing about the my local round here is they've actually got a little jukebox that's just specifically for World Cup songs, throughout all the tournaments and the Euros and stuff like that. So when you're going in there, everyone's putting like 50p in or a pound, whatever it is, to just listen to the football tunes throughout the tournaments. It's fantastic.
Well, I really like Nessun Dorma from Italia 90 as well. Like there are some theme songs for the World Cup as well. But tell us what you're thinking about this game. What are you thinking about it?
Oh, well, I'm still positive about it. I'm still quite comfortable that we will progress into the final. It's going to be a different game to what we've experienced already throughout the tournament. Croatia, they're well organised. They've got a quality midfield in Rakitic and Modric. But we can get at them. Their back line isn't much cop. Their their main striker Mandzukic, he's getting on. He's not the quickest anymore, so I don't think we should worry about the ball in behind. We should push up quite far and just go all for it. This is, we've got this far playing good football. I think positive football. We beat a comfortable Sweden side, and just go for it now. Go for it. The boys have done us proud, I think.
Yeah, I think they can do it. Thanks for the contribution from Christian Medina as well. He says, come on, England, from Sacramento, California. I know we've got all the Scots and the Welsh behind us as well, and the Irish. It's just fantastic, isn't it? Everybody's behind England. And that was a fishing rod I was just dropping in, and they're all biting on the bait. But look, there's going to be people in the live comments who don't want England to win. That's absolutely fine as well. That's just the way it is, isn't it? That's the way it is, and that's football, and that's what this channel's all about. So get involved with it. But no, I mean, the reality is, obviously, we're firmly behind England tonight, and I really hope that they can bring home the bacon, so to speak. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting game, and I hope that I think it's going to be tight. I've said it's going to be tight. I think it will be tight. You've spoken about the midfield there. They're very strong in the midfield areas. And I also think that, but I do think England will come out on top. I don't want penalties. I mean, I know we won a penalty shootout before, but I really do not want to see England in another penalty shootout. Not because I don't think we can win it, because we can, but I said it last night as well, and I was a victim of it in 90 and 96. When it gets to the semi-final stage or a final, it's no way to solve a game. So I hope it's won in normal time or extra time.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I think from our point of view, the only positive side, if it goes to extra time and penalties, is that Croatia have been involved in, I think it's 2 penalty shootouts already. They didn't have
last 2 games,
They, Denmark was a bit of a poor performance, wasn't it? They struggled against Russia. I mean, they're there for the taking. They're absolutely burnt out. I think it proved the last. Let's see, towards the end of the 90 minutes against Russia, I think round about the 70-minute mark, they just looked lost. They had no plan B as such. They were just trying to keep hold of the ball and just hope for extra time and go from there. So I think extra time, it will benefit us. Don't particularly want it, but it will benefit us because, like we just said, Croatia, last 2 games, penalty shootouts.
Every game.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's absolutely massive, isn't it? And I just don't want to see it. I just don't want to see that extra time at all. And hopefully we're not going to see that. But the game will be won and lost where the game is won and lost. But I think England are going to do it. I think there is a bit of a step into the unknown because I've seen a lot of this in the nonsense. We spoke about it last time. England have had it easy. You need to go and check how Germany got to the 2002 World Cup. And actually,
Yes.
how have England had it easier? Last time I checked, Sweden beat Italy to get into this tournament. They nearly beat Germany. They wiped the floor with Mexico. They got out of Germany's group. They left Italy not even in the tournament. Colombia, decent team, very decent team. And they only got beaten by Japan because they had 10 men for 85 minutes. And the group, it was an easy group for England. Of course it was. But it wasn't that long ago that England would have been losing to Tunisia. So I disagree with that. And there's nowhere to hide. And actually, when I look at the other side of the draw, the supposed tougher side of the draw, I think France had been in third gear. I think Belgium bottled it yesterday. I think Brazil bottled it. I don't think there's a great side of the draw. I think it is what it is. You do what's in front of you. And actually, you can say England have had it easy or not. I don't really care because the reality is, in a couple of hours' time, we'll know how easy they've had it. Because if they win, then everyone can sit down. And if they go out, then we're out anyway. Christopher Cordova says, would you rather England win the World Cup or Man United win the Premier League? I get asked this so often. And I answered it about 2 weeks ago, and I said, always Manchester United winning the league. It's not really a question I want to answer tonight, but I'd still say United the league because United haven't won the league for so long. I'm always going to be club before country, and I don't think people get their head behind that. But I am always going to be club before country. But I love my country, I love my country. I haven't loved my football team for a decade. I was saying this before. I haven't. They turned me off because they had bad managers. Bad style of play, apathetic, all about the money, all about ego. And Southgate's got rid of that. And he's put a lot of pride back into England. And there's a lot of fans, Marcus, who not interested in England and suddenly they flocked back because they see something exciting that they can be proud of.
It is, yeah, definitely. When you've got the Three Lions tuned back at number one in the charts again, after so many years, you know there's that hype, there's that positivity around the England team. I'm not sure when it entered the charts again, but it was only recently, I think, because I think it was around about number 36 in the charts, and after the quarterfinals, it just went straight to number one. So a lot of people now are starting to believe in the team, and I think that's all down to Southgate and his management and his positivity that he's brought to the side. He's brought a different way of playing, a different mentality, a different. These players, they've all got different characteristics. It's very, very different from the Beckham, Scholes era, Gerrard and Lampard and that. So I think it's fantastic for what he's done, and he deserves credit for it, for bringing the nation together again.
You change one letter to get the name of the England team with Beckham and Gerrard and Lampard in it, and it was called Egoland, not England.
Ego, yeah.
and better players, much better squad than we've took here, but just shows you, and I think that's a lesson to the world of football as well, because we saw it with Argentina with Messi, and we've seen it a bit with Ronaldo and Neymar, and we saw it with Leicester winning the league a couple of years ago. You need a team, not a talent, not individuals. They've got to play in a team if they want to succeed. Joy Deeb makes a great comment. He says tempo of the game is really key for England to take advantage of tired Croatians. Yeah, if we let them just stroke the ball around and conserve energy over 90 minutes, then that's our mistake. We've got some really energetic players: Dele Alli, Lingard, Raheem Sterling, Trippier, Young. They've got to press. And we've got fresh legs on the bench. We didn't use Rashford or Vardy or Loftus-Cheek, players like that. So we've got a lot of freshness in this squad, and we need to use it. England's always had good players but never played great, says Eldoxa69. Set pieces, England have scored 8 from 11 and Croatia have conceded 3 from 4. That's from Google. Yeah, oh. And it was good that we got that goal in open play from the Lingard and Ali combination, actually, because we were sort of getting known as the set piece team. Archie says spot on, Mad Marcus, got the excitement back after years. And France already won the World Cup, says Hussein. I'm not going to talk about France. Suffice to say, you're wrong. I'm not scared of France. I don't care who goes through. I think Croatia can beat them as well. I'm not scared of France. I actually agree with what Courtois and Hazard said, that they'd rather have lost to Brazil because losing to that French team was an embarrassment because they were so defensive. And I thought France were an embarrassment for the squad they've got. I think they're a bit of an embarrassment. I think take Kante out that team, and as I said before, they'll be on a bee for fighting for the Germans for a sun lounger. They're not that good. They're not that good. And but that's for another day, and we might never get an opportunity to prove that. But let me just have show everybody the lineups as well. So there's the England lineup for you. I'm using the SofaScore app on night mode. You can download it for free. Link in the video description. It's on Apple and it's on Android. Get it downloaded. It's a fantastic app that you can use throughout the season. But one I wanted to just have a quick look at, and this is one of the great features of this. If you click on a player and we go to player details of Luka Modric, and I just wanted to have a look at his matches. Let's have a look at Russia, Croatia, where he got quite a good score. But look at that heat map, and this is it. This is going forward. So he spends a lot of time in this right-hand side of the pitch. A little bit on the left, but a lot of time on the right-hand side of midfield. That's where England have got to be careful. That's Dele Alli and Ashley Young's position to get in and cause him problems. And I think Ashley Young's going to be very important today because he's going to have to deal with Perisic and Rebic changing sides, and he's going to have to deal with Modric as well. So that's one player I wanted to have a look at in Croatia. I mean, is he the one for you, Marcus, that you're worried about most, Modric? I mean, he's not going to run past 4 or 5 players, but he'll conduct the game.
Yeah, I mean, Modric, he's the heart and soul, isn't he, of the Croatia team. Everything going forward is going to be coming through him. I know, people. I like Rakitic. I like what he's done at Barcelona. I touted for him to come to United a couple of seasons ago, but it didn't happen. But Rebic, a lot of talk has been mentioned about that lad, and hopefully he don't turn it on tonight. And like you said there, Ashley Young is going to be kept very busy down that left-hand side, so it's going to be important for him and Dele Alli on that left-hand side to make sure they track their runners and don't let them come in behind.
Ooh, that's what she said. Anyway, we're going to get a few of those tonight, I think. But I've got the Rebic heat map up here. So they do swap sides, but why I wanted to show this is because Rebic actually does play more. If you look at his heat map, he's more on that left-hand side, which I'm happy about because I think Trippier shouldn't have any problems dealing with Rebic. And also, we've got Kyle Walker on that side. Our left-hand side, you've got Maguire, who hasn't got the pace of Walker, but I don't think Perisic has had such a great World Cup. So Rebic is the more danger man for me. And we've got Trippier and Walker on that side. So I'm quite happy that we can deal with those without too much of a problem. But if we just finally go back. Remember, you can download this. It's free on Android and Apple. The link is in the video description. You get all your heat maps throughout the season. If you're tracking transfers or you want to see how players do or you just want to see stats when this game's on, which we'll have a look at in a bit. But let's have a look at Harry Kane, player details, matches. And, I mean, didn't have his best game against Sweden, Harry Kane. But as you can see, heat map, he's sort of playing he's playing. I mean, that's the forward, but he's playing there. That's on the left wing or in the left centre midfield position. We need to see him around the box. That's where we need to see him because I think you can really get at Lovren. I think that. I mean, I don't know what you think about Sterling. I don't know what everyone else thinks about Sterling, but Sterling got a lot of stick. But
yes.
The proper analysts said about Sterling, yes, he had a bit of a bad game in front of goal, but what he does to the opposition is he scares them because of his pace. And actually, I don't think Harry Kane was that good against Sweden, and he sort of got away with it because everyone loves Harry Kane. Raheem Sterling, I think, gets a lot of stick from the press, which is a little bit unfair. But I think Kane's got to do more in this game as well. He is the captain. He was very quiet against Sweden, so he needs to do it as well.
Yeah, I think with Sterling, I think his focus is going to be on Lovren. He's obviously not the best defender. He's quite experienced though in the Premier League, but there are ways to get at him. He's not the quickest. His man marking is suspect. He's positionally suspect. So it'll be down to Sterling to push him back, get at him, run at him, frighten him. Draw in a couple of tackles, and hopefully we see what happens, and we get at them quite well.
I just saw Luka Modric there.
Modric, yeah.
Ready, yeah. It is waistcoat Wednesday. I was very tempted to wear a waistcoat, but I thought I can't. I've got to keep going with this. So we'll go with it. We're 8 minutes away from kickoff, says Javin. And Southgate lookalike says I can't even say his name. I can't say that. I like it though. I don't like the name actually. Retired Tribe. Hard name to read. I won't be doing you again, mate. But he says Lovren is a disaster to happen. I hope so. And Sean Butler says I'm South African, but it's coming home. I love people who aren't English who are supporting England. I'm just going to say that right now because it makes it nice for us. But I know there'll be people who want us to lose. I haven't seen Matthew McFadden in there yet, but I know he will be there at some point, and I know there'll be some people who do want England to lose. I haven't got a problem with it. It's exactly what I wanted Liverpool to do in the Champions League final. If you're passionate about something, then that's fine. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. Please do share the video. Underneath, there's a share button. You can share it on Twitter and Facebook. We're 6 minutes away from kickoff. How do you rate this World Cup in terms of the quality of football, says Phil Mitchell? There hasn't, we're quite old, Marcus, in respect to we've seen a few World Cups, and I don't remember any great World Cups for wall-to-wall great football. I do think that this World Cup is arguably one of the best World Cups there's ever been. I think we can more or less say that now. I mean, the semi-final was a bit shit yesterday, but in the large, it's been a very exciting World Cup, and that's all you can ask for.
It has, yeah, because when the games are kicking off, we're all thinking the big teams, the Germanys, the Argentinas, Brazils, Spain. We're all thinking that they're going to roll over the opposition, but it hasn't been like that at all. That the weaker teams have stood the ground. They've gone toe to toe with the bigger teams, and they've come out on top. And it just goes to show that it doesn't matter who you're playing with if you've got the appetite and you've got the passion to go out there. Once you cross the white line, give everything. You can get a reward for it, and it's been a fantastic World Cup.
It really has. It really has. Somebody was just asking what app I was using there. It's the SofaScore app, and we want to use that a lot through next season through the Watchalong. So if people download it, it's free to download. It's a really good app. If lots of people download it tonight, they'll be happy for us to do it on every Watchalong, which would be great for the channel. So please do download it. It's a great app, and I've been using it for months and months because I use it for the heat maps when we're doing the United stand analysis. So all your latest football news and your stats, we'll be using it through the first half anyway, showing you how the game's sort of going. It worked really well in the last one. So download it. It's free. It's on Android and it's on Apple. The link is in the video description. Support the channel, download it, and we'll be able to use it more, which would be great. If it goes to penalties, Croatia will win. Shaqiri to Liverpool, good, and it's coming home. Go on, Henderson, says Stuart Collins. I mean, this is the great thing as well, Marcus. Let us know where you're watching from, and I'd be interested to let us know where you're watching from and what football club you support, because that's the great thing I've loved about doing these watch-alongs and this channel, really, is that we've got Liverpool fans in there, Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans. We've got fans from all different clubs, and that's something that's been very hard to. Over the years, United fans have had issues with England. Liverpool, I think, at the moment, do have issues with England, but those barriers are sort of breaking down. I've seen some of the Arsenal fan TV guys saying, "Look, I'm behind Kane, I'm behind England," and that's a Spurs player. I mean, United fans, I don't see Sterling and Walker and Stones as City players. I don't see Henderson as a Liverpool player. I see them as England players, and that in itself is something really, really great that Southgate again and this team has done.
This is it. I mean, I can't praise the guy enough. He has united every football fan, far and wide, and no matter what club they support in the Premier League, they're all come together for this. He's made them believe in the England team and international football. Again, we never. I mean, we spoke about it before on United Standmark. The international breaks throughout the Premier League season when they just start. It's stupid. It's pointless, really. But all the nation and all the fans, they come together and they unite, no matter what club they're supporting, and everyone is treated as equal, which I think is brilliant.
Yes, it is, and. I just don't want it. I don't want it to end. I don't think it's going to end. And as people were saying before you came on the show, Mark, you're a fake England fan because you thought they were going to lose the penalties. I mean, that's just years and years of reverse psychology. That is. But I didn't think we'd win that penalty. I didn't think we were going to win that penalty shoot. That was not lying. I didn't think we were going to win it because I always feel that England in a penalty shootout, they've just got such a baggage on them from years and years of failure that it's very hard to get that out of your head. And what, again, for Southgate, and I know he's worked on it, and I know he's brought in people to speak to the players about it. And again, that's brilliant from him. But I believe we're going to win this. And I wouldn't normally, and I know a lot of people are thinking we're not going to do this, but I think we will. No,
I don't know about you, but I've got the feeling. Do you remember in the Sir Alex Ferguson days at United where United would go into a game and you just think to yourself, I can't see United getting beat, no matter who it is. I've got that sort of feeling here. I know obviously Southgate is no Ferguson. I don't think he ever will be, and this team is not obviously nowhere near as good as the United team in the 90s and early 2000s. But I've got that feeling that England are going into this game and they're not contemplating losing. They're not contemplating extra time or penalties. They're going into every game wanting to win, and they're not here in this tournament to make up the numbers.
And I think the brilliant thing as well is that, you've got that pace and experience because they play for big clubs like Dele Alli and Kane and Sterling and Lingard and Henderson. But actually, the stars of the tournament are your Trippiers, your Maguires, and your Pickfords. And they've become the stars in a way alongside those other players, and they've built a fantastic team. Anyway, we're very, very close to kick off. It's all about starts, and a lot of people have been waiting a long time for this. So I hope we're going to do it. I hope the players are up for it. And I tell you what, just picking up on that point as well, I just think that if it was England last night for half an hour against France, we would have scored, because I just think that this team has that in them, and I think Belgium just sort of gave up in some ways, and I don't think this team does. And I think again that's something that's very, very powerful. But we're up and running, and let's see how it goes.
So England kicking from right to left. So
want a good start. We do need to keep at them quick, like a lot of people have said in the live comments. Remember, share the video. It's kick-off time, and let's just see how these first few minutes go. The refs are real worry in this game.
Yeah, isn't I reading on Twitter? Isn't it the ref that sent off Nani?
Yeah, and he's already just gone up to somebody and said no more in the first minute. I mean, that's a worry.
So England without the ball, they're dropping into a flat back five with 2 in the midfield and 3 up top. And Croatia can do that all day long, just pump the long ball forward, and Ali cuts it out for a throw. So come on, England. I mean, these boys have done fantastically well already to get this far, and it'll be such a shame if they don't go the distance. It really would. So Lingard.
This ref's going to ruin this game already. You can tell. Lingard's just a little bit late pressing in the tackle. Croatia go down, and he's saying no more, no more. I mean, it's just we're in a World Cup semi-final, mate. A minute in.
Yeah,
I
that's
can see a lot of
now.
yellow cards in this game, to be honest.
That's twice. I think the first one he warned was Henderson.
Yeah.
So Croatia coming down our left. Trippier does well. That's our ball ref. That's it. Trippier did well there, and who was on the right hand side there? Lingard did well, doubling up on I forgot his name there. Savage. A couple of people wanting Croatia in the comments.
This ref is a disaster. Cards falling like rain tonight, says Jean-Chris. We'd forgotten about him. We hadn't even spoken about him. I knew he was the ref. He is the one who sent off Nani for no bloody reason in Sir Alex Ferguson's last season. We were against Real Madrid. I think we would have won it if we hadn't gone down to 10 men. And he is a worry. But, FIFA almost do it on purpose, I think, against England. They won't want us to win it.
No, they won't, will they? I don't think they would. So England just passing the ball around the back at the minute. Nice and comfortable.
I think we've just got to feel our way into this game. I know against Colombia and Sweden we started off really well, but we just need to feel our way into this game. Croatia, make them feel they've got a chance. Pull them out a little bit. Pull the space out a bit, because we have got that pace of Sterling on the break, and it's a 90-minute game. As I say, I'm Croatia could put in a flawless performance here, but I'm just not scared of them. I'm not. No. Even if they went 1-0 ahead, I would not be scared. So the opportunity's there. It really is.
Yeah,
Let's call him the nanny ref, says Jay Lings. I agree.
I mean, even if England do go down, do go 1-0 down, there is plenty of time. I've not seen this England team panic. Even in the first game of the tournament, they didn't panic. We got the goal. All right. Some would say it was lucky, or we scraped the goal against Tunisia, but we won the game, and that's what we want tonight. Just get out there, do your best, give everything. Good ball here. Ali, is he fouled? He's fouled.
Given a foul, yeah.
Edge of the D.
No, I thought he'd given it to us, yes.
Yeah. Modric. I mean, I don't see this ref having a dig at Modric here, saying no more.
No more, yeah. From behind, should be a yellow card.
Yeah, it should be. Should
Free
be.
kick,
So
decent opportunity. Maybe get Ashley Young on it. Sir Ashley Young, he'll be if we win the World Cup.
I think get Trippier on this one.
Yeah,
I think let him have a go.
Well, Ashley Young looks like he wants it, but I think Trippier's got the better technique.
It's
just
pretty
push
much,
him out of the way, Trippier. We ain't bothered.
Yeah, it's pretty much central. So it's just outside the D on the edge of the box. I think this is a good opportunity here for England. You've got enough space here between the free kick and the goal. Get it up and down.
Young can take. I mean, a lot of people saying not Young, but he can do it. I remember doing it against Watford back in November. He can do it. I think Trippier's hitting it. He's placing it. So
yeah,
I'm happy with Trippier, but Young can do it. Come on, England.
Right, just got in. I mean, they're not a tall side either, are they, those Croatians? I mean, a couple of England players there in the wall that are a bit taller.
Yes! Come on! Trippier, 1-0! Back of the net! Come on! Come on! What a goal! What a hit! I don't know how it went in. It went over the... He sort of flicked it over. Come on! What a start for England. 5 minutes. Trippier, we wanted him to take it. Back of the net. Southgate doesn't even react. That's how you do it. That's magic. Brilliant.
Fantastic.
It's superb. Trippier, back of the net.
I mean, the goal is absolutely no chance. He's gone for it as well. Top right-hand corner of the goal. What a delivery. I mean, we said, Mark, just before, there's enough run there to get it up and down.
If you get it right, you can't do anything.
Exactly, yeah. It's just got to be on target in the top corner.
Another set piece.
Fantastic. So,
Beckham loves him. We've been on about him in the live comments. You've said it. I've said it. He has come from nowhere to non-Spurs fans and non-Burnley fans. But his ball delivery, I saw it in the friendly just before the World Cup against Nigeria. He really bloody impressed me. And he's impressed me ever since. And his ball delivery, you've got to use it, whether it's from corners or whatever. He is fantastic, that lad. And like I said, we were just on about that. Maguire, Pickford, Trippier sort of come from nowhere to people who don't really know what they're all about. But that you've got someone in the team who can deliver like that. And I'll tell you what, I want to applaud Ashley Young as well, because Young could have just pushed. Now I'm the senior player, I'm having this, and he didn't.
Yeah, he could have done. Croatia on the attack now.
Good play by Pickford.
Yeah, good catch, Wayne. Good catch. Confident, and we're going to hit him on the break. And here we go. Here goes Sterling. Oh, do you know what? That Vida lad.
He's going to struggle if we stretch him.
Yeah, he's quick, but Sterling was catching.
He's in here. Go on.
Yeah.
Nah, not quick enough.
Unlucky, but the right idea from Henderson there, slipping the ball in round the back. They can sense that Vida and that Lovren. There's mistakes aplenty in between them.
Great game for the neutrals as well, because you've got an early goal. So, but fantastic start for England. And what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking before the free kick even went in, I was thinking, imagine if England, this is way too soon to say it, obviously, but imagine if England just turn up and do another efficient job like they did against Sweden. I'll have some of that. But I don't think it will. I think we're going to get some drama tonight. But it's a good start says old Dr. 16. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's
a confident start, which is what we wanted. We wanted to nick an early goal, get Croatia, come out and play. We know how organised they are, but like we said earlier, they're not the quickest. There's nothing to be afraid of about Croatia running in behind with Mandzukic.
No, so, this is the only place I think they're going to cause us problems is when edge of the box they can put a few crosses in. But I said about Croatia very early on. I think if Croatia had a Lukaku or a Kane up front, they'd be a real risk. What's Young's giving a corner away here? It was a difficult ball to do.
Oh, that was good. Yeah. I mean, he had who's that? The number 2 behind him.
Paul Gibson's got a boner already. Get on the Viagra, mate. You're not going to last 90 minutes. Well, impressive if you do. I screamed that loud, my dog farted with fright, says Albert Einstein. I think there's a lot of shocked people that were 1-0 up already.
I'm quite lucky because I've sent my kids out and the missus to the circus in town tonight for a couple of hours, so she wasn't too happy, but I just said to her, "No, you got to go out tonight."
Good header away by Maguire there.
Yeah.
It's Perisic, good block. Let's go and win it again. Let's get rid of it.
That's it. Out we go.
Ooh, what are we doing here? Just get rid of it. A bit lucky there. Don't want to be passing out from the back.
Not that. Not when
Ooh,
it's
they've got that out ball to Sterling all the time as
Sterling.
well, which
Yeah.
is I think the
I mean,
second goal.
that's going to be the theme of this. I think Southgate spotted that. Lovren, he's not the quickest. Sterling's got the beating of him, and he caught up massively well against Vida just beforehand.
I can't move on the live comments for it's coming home at the moment, but it's way too early. But that free kick, I mean, he could have put it, but he could have done better. It could have gone in the top corner, but actually, as soon as he's got it up and over the wall, as a keeper, you're in trouble, and he ain't got near it. And he's a good keeper. He has not got near that. Yeah, it could have been a bit further to the right, but actually, it doesn't matter. You're not getting that.
Not
the dip's
stopping
too
that.
much. Yeah. It's coming down at such velocity. It's gone up and down so fast. Anyway, what we need to do now is show a bit of maturity, a bit of confidence on the ball. Panic Croatia. I mean, I'll be happy 1-0 at half time, but we're only just started the game, so.
Yeah, I think, England now, like you said just there, maturity, keep hold of the ball. Oh, that's rough. That's a bit late. Yeah, we'll have that. Drawing the fouls like Ali did just then. Let's see if we can ruffle her feathers a bit more, make them panic a bit.
Yeah, defo.
Just keep hold of it and no silly mistakes, concentration. Lingard nearly got round the back then, but Trippier, he's got some pace as well. He's tracking back. Sterling was a metre closer. He could have had that and nicked it. But England throw on the right hand side. So England looking good at the minute. Croatia, they've not really got an answer at the minute.
No, well, you know what? I said it. I'm not scared of them, even if they come back into this.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the quality. We've definitely got the quality. So, Paul Maguire, that's it. Good ball out to Ashley Young.
Remember to subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and please do share the video. World Cup watch-alongs that we do on this channel, or what we're going to do a lot of watch-alongs next season as well. Daily transfer news, but it's all about England, Croatia at the moment.
I mean, this is the thing. When Croatia come forward now, Rakitic, good bit of play there from Dele Alli. That's a corner. It's not a free kick, ref. That's a corner.
Yeah, I think they're trying to. I think Croatia know that this referee's a bit dodgy, and they are sort of. Maybe it was a foul, to be honest, but I don't really care. This is where England are a threat again. What a team we are from set pieces as well. I mean, we support a team, don't we? And I know a lot of people in the live comments support a team that's terrible at set pieces. So it's a breath of fresh air to see a team that's, actually does score from corners and free kicks. It's amazing because United are absolutely dire at it, really bad. So.
I mean, the thing is as well, Ashley Young takes a lot of the corners for United, doesn't he?
Exactly. I was just thinking that he actually plays for United. So here's the cross. Oh, Maguire coming on the back post, unlucky, too high. Free kick been given anyway.
So, but again, the threat's there. Yeah, it's been a theme throughout this tournament. Get the dead balls into Maguire. Look at them lads there. John Stones is in there. Tall lad, Maguire, Harry Kane.
Baron Death saying Maguire's a beast. I was just thinking the same. Yeah. He is. But that's a sucker. That's a sucker punch for any team to concede in the first 5 minutes, and Modric giving away the free kick as well.
Yeah, I mean, almost. I don't want to say it knocks the game plan out straight away because it is quite an early goal to concede, but it'll be in their minds now. They'll be worried. Do we carry on playing how we have been for the first 45, or do we go for it now? And I don't think Croatia have got the energy to actually play at this pace throughout the 90 minutes.
I don't think Croatia have got 3 goals in them. I think they might have 2 goals in. Well, you never can say that because you never know how a game's going to go. You can get sending offs, you can get lucky goals, but in over a course of the game, I don't think they've got 2 or 3 goals in them. And England are all over them.
Go on, Ali, go for it. Out to the right, Trippier, go on, Trippier. Corner.
But England can put this game to bed. 2-0 and it's, I wouldn't say it's over, but they're pushing for that second goal.
Yeah, they are, which is, again, another thing that Southgate's instilled in this team. Normally you'd see England rest on the 1 goal and that'll be it, try and shut up shop. We saw it against Colombia and look what happened.
As Lily says, England are dominating. Anthony Muller says, England's my city, it's coming home. Here's the cross from Trippier. Up and wide. Maguire gets up again. He's causing all sorts of problems.
He is, yeah. They don't. I mean, looked like he had 3 men on him there. 3 men just standing around him.
He's so strong as well. He'd be a bloody nightmare to deal with. And that's Vida going up with him. He just can't budge him.
Yeah.
You know, he goes up with him in a level jump, there. And he's just... Well, he's massive compared to him.
Yeah, Lovren's in front of him, and the number 11, whoever that is.
He's gone this summer, Maguire, isn't he? Somebody's going to come in and buy him.
Well, I mean, I think his I know you keep saying don't judge someone on a World Cup performance, but I mean, he has been consistently good.
But you know what? I said this on the United Stand this week on one of the transfer shows, talking about Maguire specifically, and I picked up on that point, and I said, look, I never say that about the World Cup, because I don't think you can judge a player on the World Cup, and Rebic is the prime example. But Maguire's been brilliant for Leicester. So, you know, he has. I remember him at Christmas, just before Christmas, playing for Leicester against United, and I think he either scored the equaliser in the last minute or he was a big part of it. And he's had a good season, so he's a good player. And again, Trippier, I don't notice Trippier massively, because when you're watching Spurs, you're watching... You know, probably while watching people like Eriksen and Kane a little bit more, but he's a very good right back who gets forward and puts crosses in. So when I talk about Trippier and Maguire, it is with they're good in the Premier League as well. But they're putting themselves in the shop window. Well, Trippier will stay at Spurs; they're a big club, but Maguire.
I mean, it's absolutely. I mean, to be honest, I've got to say I'm a bit envious of Spurs and some of the players they got. I mean, Harry Kane's fantastic. I think Christian Eriksen. I mean. I think he would do fantastic in a United shirt, but it's never going to happen. Trippier, they have got some good standout young players in their team, and that's credit to Pochettino for letting them come through.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Joe, I don't want to say Jose should be copying it, but he should be at least looking at that, because we have got some good youngsters coming through as well. But
Mitchell
England got the ball.
McKinney says hi from Italy. Sorry to cut you off there, Marcus.
Just saying, England had the ball at the back. Can't walk. Oh, look at that. Look, Trippier and Walker. I'll tell you, that's a fantastic combination down that right-hand side. Harry Kane plays it back to Henderson. I mean, look at Croatia. Look, they are absolutely panicked. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 players. 9 players just ahead of their penalty area.
I think it's a bit of a myth that they're tired, though, because when did they play extra time? Was it Sunday against... No, it wasn't. It was... When did we play? We played at 3 o'clock on Saturday. They played Saturday night.
They played Saturday night,
so they played extra time on Saturday night. It's now Wednesday night. That's doable. Their last game before that probably was 5 days before, where, again, they went extra time. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily an excuse. I just think Croatia don't have the pace and the pressing capacity that England do.
See, I think because Croatia played the Saturday night, they wouldn't have left until Sunday. Then they need, training and rest, and then they got to travel again. So they had an absolute shit game against Denmark, didn't they? Really, as well. Yeah. I just think
they're score goals, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah. And although they got the 2 danger men in the midfield, they've not really, they're not creating much either. I mean, their passing tonight is off as well. They don't seem to have it.
I think we do need that second... Well, it's way too early to be saying this, but we don't want to be in a situation like we were against Colombia, where it's 10 minutes to go and, we go defensive and I don't want to see 1-0. I think the brilliant thing about Sweden is we got 2-0, and it gives you that comfort blanket then.
Yeah.
So, we've got a lot of fresh players in this team. And we've got a lot of fresh players on the bench who could come on against this team and do quite well. And I hope he does just keep playing the same way that we know how to play. Yeah,
definitely. I think in the second half, when the Croatians tire a lot more, I think Rashford will almost be a certainty if it's if we're drawing the game or still 1-0 up, just to push them back even further. I mean, they're sitting back with Sterling. They'll probably sit back an extra 5 or 10 yards with Rashford as well.
Kay Horsley says, can you give me and my 6-year-old a shout out, please? A long shot there. It was well wide. Yeah. Goal kick's been given. Kay and your 6-year-old, there's your shout out. I hope you're enjoying the game. I know a lot of people will be sat watching it all around the world. So it was a corner, that, to be fair, to Perisic. But
yeah, it's just nicked off his heel.
Yep, but not been given by the ref. Normally, Croatia plays like South Americans, but with European set pace so far, play like United, says Christopher Morton. When are Croatia going to bring Bomic on, says Mark Willis.
Bomic?
I think he's making names up now. We're going to win this World Cup, says Stuart Collins. And the record continues. England scoring from a set piece, says Google. Yeah, but you know what? England do score from set pieces, but they mix it up. It's not always a corner, is it? I mean, that's direct from a free kick, and we haven't seen. I mean, the only free kicks that stand out to me are the Ronaldo one and the Kolarov one.
I mean, Vida's going to. I think Sterling's going to cause him some trouble. I mean, I thought that was a free kick then. But the referees let it go. Throw into Croatia. We've got an England player down here. Who's that?
Get up, Trippier. We don't want you
hurt. Trippier. Yeah, come on, mate. Up you get.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing as well, is you don't want to lose any players, do you?
No.
I see Sterling gets a lot of criticism, and I was critical of him on Saturday because he took 10. We could have scored. He took too many touches, but there's no doubt that he causes teams a lot of problems because of his pace.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's like Sanders says as well.
God, what's Young doing here?
Oh, yeah, come on,
block,
Young.
Stones. What a block by Stones. Ashley Young there showing his crap defensive capabilities, unfortunately. But Stones made a good block.
I mean, this here, when Henderson's picking up the ball here, he's looking for that long ball for Sterling just to get that counter-attack underway. So it's definitely a theme of this game. They're going to utilise Sterling's pace.
Oh, God, I'm getting a bit of cramp. I'm not even playing.
I mean, Modric is picking up the ball.
2v1 here. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Ashley Young's getting exploited here. They need to sort this out. Young's getting exploited. Good flick there by Sterling. Oh, come on. It's got to be a booking. Yeah, booking, ref.
Yeah, that's Lovren, look. That's Lovren.
It could do with booking one of them centre-backs.
That was a blatant, shove come elbow in the ribs. He stopped the counter.
He's a dodgy ref, isn't he? Because he's been all over England saying no more, no more. But he doesn't seem to want to book creations, and that's a yellow card for me by Lovren. I don't know what's behind Harry Kane, but
he's got in with both arms there, deliberately push him out of the way.
Mark Willis says red card. I don't think it'd be a red card.
Jose Mourinho says no foul. I don't think he did.
I thought I saw his hand up. Maybe he didn't. Sterling's touch there is crap. Come on.
Yeah.
Got it. That's another thing I'd say about Sterling is he's in. Go on. Kane's off. He's off. He's offside.
He's missed it anyway. But
I'm glad he did because I think we would have heard a load of yeah, and I knew he was offside.
Oh dear. So England playing well. I mean, Croatia, they've not caused any problems yet.
Well, I mean, the downside of an early goal is that you can become a little bit relaxed, can't you? And whereas if it's 0-0, it's high intensity. But it's all different scenarios for England to play.
Yeah. I mean, Croatia, they just don't seem to wanna, even from the goal kicks, or the free kicks from their end, they just don't seem to want to commit too many men forward. I mean, long shot again, from Perisic there, well off. They don't have an answer at the minute. Mandzukic isn't going in behind. He's always in front of the back three. But goal kick to England.
Let's have a quick look at how the game is actually going on the SofaScore app. You can download it on Android and on Apple. So let's have a look. England versus Croatia. As you can see here, this little graph here that we've got with the blue lines down and the green lines up, that's basically the blue lines down mean high pressure from England. The green lines up mean high pressure from Croatia. So you can see that England have had 2 phases of high pressure in this first half already. Croatia had a couple of medium. If it's high pressure, it's really high up there. So
Sterling's going, yeah.
No, he's lost it. But England on top there at the moment. Statistics in the game, total shots. Croatia have actually had 3, none on target. England have had 2. But I always like to have a look at the passes, 83 to 95. So Croatia, not surprisingly, having more passes. We've been less accurate than them as well. So maybe that's an area we need to to look into. But the duels won, we've won more than them, and we're winning more aerial duels as well, which is a good thing. And you can download that for free, link in the video description for that. I don't know at the moment whether it's worth just having a look at action areas. Harry Kane, there we go, player details. Matches. Croatia. Oh no, you don't want to do that.
I don't know how hot it is out there, but Pickford, he hasn't done much so far, and he's absolutely sweating.
Yeah, I'm not overly happy with England at the moment. I don't know what everyone else feels. I'm not overly happy with England at the moment. I think we've we got that goal, but are we actually playing well in the context of the game? Here we are. I've got a bit of space. I mean, Lingard here, he's not been in the game much, but he's got to find a pass here. Oh, come on. He's not been in this game at all, Lingard, has he?
Not at all. So I think the ball just sort of like, oh, Ashley Young, what is he doing there? He's taking too long. I mean, thankfully at the minute, Croatia's final ball ain't much cop. But England definitely need to keep hold of the ball a bit better here. I mean, whether that's down to Croatia trying to press quickly or not really sure, or whether it's because England just keep on playing sloppy passes.
That's a shame by Lingard. It's the first time I've bloody noticed him in this game. Is it just me, or a bit like Sweden? I mean, hopefully he'll pop up with a goal again or an assist, but I've not noticed him in this game at all.
He has been really quiet, really quiet. I think Dele Alli has as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Croatia with the ball
Young's
in their half.
I agree. Young is a weakness, but I can tell you Ashley Young's a weakness because he's not a very good defender.
So Croatia just looking to ping that ball forward, but there's no space. They're trying to give it to Modric, but
I think they're starting to get in control of the game though now. Croatia. That's what I mean. England, we've always been good at passing the ball around, but in this game, not so good. Here's Sterling, should be doing him for pace here.
Right, come on, Sterling, catch it. Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, ref. He's got to book him now. It's Lovren again.
Yeah, that's the second one, ref. Come on.
How many? Ref's crap. Absolute crap.
He's not a strong one, is he, this one? That's the second one he's done. He's nowhere near the ball again. Oh, that's more like a kick out. That is not even attempting to go for the ball. But yeah, that's the weakness to Croatia. Lovren, the centre backs.
Bring on Rashford for Sterling, says Anthony Moritz, starting already. But he causes problems with his pace. Anyway, I think set piece here.
Yeah. I mean,
Lovren, I fancy it going Scouser,
straight to Maguire again, I reckon.
Decent cross. Keeper should get that and punches it away. So it'll be a throw in. The ref's half Croatian, says Johnny Ring.
Easy Junior says the referee is the best.
The Google says England are being outclassed in the midfield at the moment. The thing is, that may well be happening, but their front three isn't good enough to break down England's back three at the moment. So you can win the midfield battle, but it's always a bit of a cliche. If you win the midfield battle, you win the game. But it's not necessarily going to be the case here because England have got pace in the attack that they can bypass the midfield, and their defence is strong. So
that's the thing. I mean, Modric and Rakitic, they're not the quickest of midfielders, but they are good on the ball. They can deliver that killer pass. So, I mean, that's the thing that England's got to be wary of here. Not give away possession sloppily.
Well, as we were saying before, I was saying this about Croatia in the group stage, and I said the same about Serbia. If they had a Lukaku or a Harry Kane up front, they'd be a much better team. Unfortunately, they've got Mandzukic, who isn't bad, but he's got no pace at all. No. So they don't have that ball that they can hit the channels. They don't have that through ball for a Modric or a Rakitic, which they could happily play. They don't have the pace through the middle. They've got it with Rebic and Perisic down the flank, but they don't have that number 9 who can do it, and England do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing as well, that the crosses are coming in too early. Mandzukic just can't get in there. He's not quick enough to get in. It's almost as if their wingers, Croatia's wingers, are going to have to slow down on getting the balls in, which will then give England time to get into the box and group themselves together. Good flick on there by Kane. Sterling's got it on the right. Lovren's out to cover him, but on Sterling to go at him.
I imagine at the moment, I don't know how many we've got in the live comments, but I imagine at the moment there's quite a few England fans, non-England fans, who are quite frustrated because they'll be like, well, England haven't been that good, but they're 1-0 up. How are they 1-0 up?
Well, I mean, it was a fantastic goal, and it doesn't matter how they go in at this stage of the tournament, as long as it's a goal. Who cares? I mean, Ashley Young's been a bit dodgy this first half for me.
Oh.
He's not been able to run the ball up. Yeah,
go on. How did he not score there, Harry Kane?
Harry, no.
1-on-1. Keeper saves it. Gets a second bite of the cherry. He's offside anyway. All right.
Oh my. Keeper saves the first one. It comes.
He's not actually offside anyway, so no, I think if he'd scored that, you'd have gone VAR. How didn't he score the second one?
Oh. I mean,
he wasn't offside. That would have gone VAR. So, what a chance.
Oh.
Should have scored, Marcus. People at home.
Should have. Yeah, he should have. It should have been 2-0. Yeah, he wasn't offside. The replays, he was clearly onside. I mean, the second bite at it, he's hit the post and it's come back off the goalie and gone right across the face of goal. You think a player of his calibre should be putting that away?
I think the offside's irrelevant there because if he scores it, the flag would have gone up, but they would have VAR'd it and he would have been on. So, what a miss. 2 bites of the cherry as well.
Oh.
Big chance that. If that falls to Croatia, we're saying what a let-off. So we've got to say the same for England. He got to score that chance. Both of them. Should have had 2. Ashley Young again, slow.
Yeah. He just doesn't seem with it.
He's having a bloody nightmare, isn't he?
He doesn't seem with it this first half.
Oh, straight at Pickford.
Oh. Dangerous, but that's all come from Ashley Young on the left-hand side.
He's playing
poor. Too slow. Yeah, he's too slow. I mean, maybe the change second half with Danny Rose getting there. But yeah, definitely too slow on them occasions. I mean, Sterling, unlucky. But Harry Kane's winning a lot of his aerial duels here for getting his flick on for Sterling to run in behind. That's the first danger signs from Croatia we've seen.
Well, they know to exploit. There we go. Pickford. Yeah. Oh, it's got to be a foul, that. Ball's gone. Well done, ref.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I was getting worried then. I thought he was going to give a penalty then. I thought, you never know, do you, when they blow up and you think, well, come on, what are you doing? What's the decision?
Christopher Morton agrees with you, says Young's got to be first off.
Yeah,
I don't know, Harry Kane's finish there was absolutely atrocious, the first one. The second one, when he gets it back there, it's the bloody post.
Yeah, he's even got enough time to take... Well, actually, Mark, I mean, the goalie's got his foot to it first, which goes on to the post.
Oh, right. I didn't see that. Fair play then. The first one was poor.
Yeah. You'd have to say a great double save there by the goalie, I think. But he had enough time there. He took the touch, opened up his body, and that's enough time for the goalie to get back in position. Perisic is down the left.
Again. Well, he did well there. Yeah. He did well there. Bloody hell.
Oh.
Silly Human says he dislikes football. This isn't the channel for you then, mate. Actually, I don't think Ashley Young did get that. I think he missed it. Oh, given a corner, I don't think there was a touch.
Just got a toe on it.
Cross to the back post. What a cross. Good header.
There we go.
Foul. I said this about 20 minutes ago. I'd be happy if we can get in 1-0.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, this is a good test for England at the minute. Good test of their character. But I think they've got to slow the game down a bit here now. Oh, it's handball. Mandzukic. Gaming for fun says Ashley Young will cost us a goal. He's not looking comfortable at the minute. He's not filling me with confidence. Jordan says that's not a foul.
It was a handball, that was, I think.
Yep. See that Croatia, they're slowing down now and hitting the long ball. They do look tired, Mark. They really do. I mean, the only one that looks like they got energies is their wingers. The crosses are coming in, but they're coming in from quite far out.
Yeah, I mean, without dominating, they're all over us at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah. Right. And here we go. Trippier's on the ball on the right hand side. Ball in, headed away. Gone out. That's still in play. England get the ball back. So yeah, I mean, even when Pickford got the ball, the only person that's running to close him down is Mandzukic. The rest just ain't bothering. I think Ashley Young's got a problem on this side with Rebic. Go on, Harry, run at him. Come on.
Ali.
Oh, and he's falling over there.
Hit it, Lingard. What?
Oh.
Why didn't he hit that first time? And then he does this crap shot like that. Come on, Jesse. You've got so much bloody room. You've not even been in this game.
Too much Fortnite playing, that is.
He has got so much room. Dele Alli picks him out on the edge of the box. I mean, he should just hit it in his stride with his left, but the shot's rubbish.
He should do, yeah.
Not the best.
But that's a danger sign again at Croatia for committing too many men forward.
Come on.
Right, let's just get to half time. We've got 10 minutes. This 35 minutes has flown by.
Yeah, at least we're 1-0 up, because if this was 0-0, we'd be like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not been. You know what? I'm going to be totally honest. It's not been a great half from England, has it? We've not, in the sense
no, it's not.
The previous two games, we've kept hold of the ball really well. We've been poor. We've not kept the ball well in this game at all.
It's sort of it looks to me a little bit similar to the France game yesterday. France didn't really do much going forward, did they either? No. And they were just defensively sound and well positioned, well drilled. Having
said that, we haven't played that well, but we deserve to be 1-0 up, certainly. Yeah. And Kane should have made it too. So, not playing that well, but creating the better chances. So, Croatia can have all the ball they like. They've not really created anything, have they? No. There's some space for Lingard into the box. Sterling. Lay off. Too many touches again. Come on. Too many touches. Trippier over the... No. That's Sterling again. He's got a man on the edge of the box. Too many touches, Sterling. Does he just not see the passes? Bloody hell.
Well, to be fair to the lad there, he did have his back to goal there, but someone should be showing for him in front. He's looking for a layoff there at the edge of the box or something. There's nothing on for him. Ashley Young playing it back to Maguire. So we're just playing it around the back.
I haven't smoked for about 10 years.
Oh dear. Dele Alli, good bit of play there, holding the ball
Mitchell
up.
Says we've looked very dangerous.
I think
Lingard
going forward,
should have made it 3-0, says Christopher. Billy T says, actually, I don't blame Sterling because it was Henderson he was going to have to pass to. I didn't realise it was Henderson. That's probably a good point, to be fair.
Oh, that's a bit late, ref.
Never in a million years.
Lingard ain't that quick, is he? Oh, dear. Stuart Collins says last World Cup Sterling was better.
Scored that great goal against... oh, no, it didn't go in, did it, against Italy? It was a good shot. Sterling should be a better team player, though, playing under Pep. That's what I mean. It's like quite surprising, really. Oh, Dele Alli's gone down here. We don't want to see that.
Do you know what? He's not been in the game, really, has he? So
Ali and Lingard again. I don't think they were in the first half against Sweden either.
No.
I mean, Henderson's been fantastic this World Cup, but I just do wonder. I don't want to wish injury on Dele Alli, but I do wonder if actually we probably need a Loftus-Cheek in there. Somebody who's a bit more box to box, because Ali and Lingard, for me, are too attacking, especially when you've got Sterling and Kane in there.
Yeah, they're very similar players, aren't they? But it's almost as if you've got two players playing the one position.
And hypothetical here, but I also think if England did make it to the final, you'd have to be thinking about playing Dyer and Henderson against Pogba and Kante anyway.
You think so, do you?
I just think I don't think France are that great, but I think their midfield is where they win games, and I'm not sure Henderson can do it all on his own. England, to be honest, England look comfortable to me at the moment.
Yeah.
I know we're not, but we look more likely to score a second goal or kill this game. Stuart Collins says, "Stop the abuse of Henderson. It is disgraceful." I never thought I'd say this, but yes, stop the abuse of Henderson. I think he's been brilliant this World Cup. So
he has. He's done
I've got to
pretty
say,
well.
as a Liverpool fan, I'm not, but he is. I think I don't think Dele Alli and Lingard have been in the last two games at all, apart from the goal. So you've got to put a lot of the credit on Henderson and Trippier and Young, really. Look at Maguire there, really strong.
Fantastic, really strong. Really strong.
Oh yeah, he's just book him for that.
Ref, come on. When are you going to show a card, man? Look, he's doing it again. Look, no more. Card. That's
If it was an England player, he'd book him.
Yeah, that's 3 or 4
Croatia
tackles.
do more fouls, aren't they?
I mean, look, no intention of the ball. He's just running behind Ashley Young. I mean, that should be a yellow. Lovren should have had a yellow as well. So 40 minutes. England, like Mark said, looking quite comfortable at the minute. We've created a couple of chances, but I'm not worried at all when the ball comes into the box. We've dealt with everything quite comfortably. Crosses are coming in from quite far away as well. On Lingard.
If that was a rugby pass, it would have been good. It's right in the corner, but it's a throw-in.
Yeah, I think we need half time. I think Croatia need half time more than us, but
I think he just needs to grab hold of him a bit and just say, keep hold of the ball. It's one thing we haven't done, but we have done in this tournament, and our passing's been really poor. It's been, I don't know. I think that Trippier goal's been brilliant for England, but I worry if we didn't have that goal, because we've just not. I think it's a massive, massive thing for England, isn't it? And you can't underestimate how nervous they might be, or what's going on in their heads. But they seem, a few of the players for England seem a little bit like they're thinking about something. Well, it's never been done, has it? England have never played in a World Cup final away from England, and
that's it.
The last time they did it was '66. I mean, not many people in the live chat will have been born then. Not even Marcus was. So it's. Yeah, I don't. England should be 2-0 up though. I can't emphasise that enough.
Right, yeah. I mean, 49% possession to 51 passes, 119 to 142. I mean, it's a pretty even game, according to the stats. But we know that the stats don't tell the whole story. England have created the better chances. I mean, the ball in the box again there from Perisic. It's headed away comfortably by Stones.
There's an interesting thing here. I've just gone on the SofaScore app, and there's Croatia just shot. That's good timing. Best player on the pitch for England is Trippier at 7.5 at the moment, and Rebic for Croatia at 6.9, which says a lot about it. But actually, when we last came, we were about here on the graph. So these graphs coming down here, when the blue's all the way down, that means England high pressure. We've not had a lot of high pressure from Croatia, but actually in the last 20 minutes, look at them green bits there for Croatia. They're getting quite high, and England's blue bits are getting very, very low. So that's a little bit of a concern in relation to the tracking of the game. Remember, you can download this for free. It's on Android and it's on Apple. SofaScore, it's what I use for heat maps and things. But I really like this when there's a game on, because you might not have picked this up. I certainly hadn't. I think the first 20 minutes where England are getting the high graphs, that was obvious, but I hadn't really thought that over the last 20 minutes Croatia are hitting their high bits and England aren't doing it at all, and that's all about pressure. So that's a little bit of a worrying thing that needs to sort out. Statistically, one shot each on goal. They've had a little bit more, but passes about equal, which isn't bad. I thought we might be losing on that. And Jules won. We're winning on that as well, which again shows we're a little bit more defensive. So, link in the video description for that. We'll have a look again at half time. But yeah, Croatia's starting to get a foothold in the game. Momentum's momentum, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they are getting a foothold in the game now. But, I mean, the good thing from England's point of view is that Modric and Rakitic, they're picking the ball up in their own half and they're trying to ping the long balls. And it's just not working at the minute. So, I mean, that's a good pressing from England, you know, in that way. If keep Modric and Rakitic picking up the balls in their own half line, and I think it's sorted. It's fine. There's no danger.
A little bit of possession here, but in the last few games we've been really assured in these positions, and I think something's gone a little bit amiss with England tonight. And I don't know whether it is nerves, and we just need to settle down again.
I think second half Southgate was telling me that, you know, just 45 minutes, just carry on, keep hold of the ball, try and keep the possession.
Here we go, Rakitic, good turn, hold him off, good defending, brilliant defending by Stones. Yeah. That no, I think it was Maguire. They are starting to get into this. You know what? I'm not as confident as I was because they are starting to get into this game now. And
they're picking the ball about across the pitch, but they're getting plenty of possession. Well, we've got 1 minute added on here, so
we need to get to half time.
Yeah, Southgate just needs to calm them down a bit because we know Croatia, they've got to push forward second half then.
Good free kick here for Croatia. Modric is on it.
Got to have some. England's got to concentrate here, make sure they pick up their men.
We've been sloppy in possession, I think.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have. Definitely. It's not like we knew it was going to be a different proposition than what champion Sweden.
It's not, you said it. It's not dissimilar to the France-Belgium game, isn't it? Actually, in the way the game has gone. Good header there. I don't know who gets it. I think it's Kyle Walker again.
Kyle Walker again.
Modric
Out we go.
Got a chance now. Just stand him up. Don't do anything stupid. Stand him up. Well done, Henderson.
Yeah. Henderson again.
Sterling. And that is half time. We'll take that. We'll take that and party. Good half.
Fantastic half.
We'll take that at half time, won't we, Marcus?
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. We got the goal there. I mean, you know, the Croatians, they're looking tired.
Well,
they are
they're
looking
talking
tired.
to the ref about this here.
I don't know. Yeah.
This annoys me because I remember Brazil doing this against Mexico at half time, and we all know what happened in the second half against them. But Lovren, I think, is trying to say he was fouled by Maguire. You know what? When you watch it back, there's a little bit.
There is a little, yeah, but I mean, he's gone down a bit too easily there. I mean, he's only got his hand on his wrist. I mean, they're looking at the VAR now. No, never. Gone down a bit too easy.
Don't put your hands on anyone.
Yeah.
You know, we've benefited from that. Don't put your hands on anybody. A little bit dodgy that from England, to be fair. And looking at it back, you just think, don't put your hands on anybody. Elijah says penalty. You know what, Elijah, I've only looked at it once, but I think he goes down soft. But in this World Cup, that can be enough. Matthew McFadden says Henderson's passing's been suspect. I think the whole team, from England's point of view, has been suspect in the passing. But the bottom line is, we should be 2-0 up because Harry Kane should have scored. And I know people will say offside, but if he scores that, you go VAR, he's onside. So we should be 2-0 up. We've had the two best chances of the game. Well, we scored one of them. Jose Mourinho says penalty, disgusting robbery. Sit down. Sit down. And but on the balance of play, I thought England deserved to 1-0 up, but there's no doubt that the momentum is with Croatia in that last 20 minutes. They're starting to make a bit of a difference in the game, and I think England just need to be smarter in the second half, Marcus. If we get hold of the ball, we're only going to do better. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, you know, we need to keep hold of the ball, play it sensibly, don't do nothing risky. You know, make the ball do the work. Get Croatia running again. Let's tire them out a bit more. They're not committing that many men forward. And like I said earlier, the balls are coming in from quite a way out into our box, but our back line has dealt with everything quite comfortably. Stones has been, I think, fantastic. Walker, Trippier. The only one I worry about is Ashley Young. He's been caught out a few times in possession. Decision making again, he's not looking assured of himself. So maybe Rose for the second half sometime.
Mummy's only allowed 2.
Even Fellaini is better than Henderson, says George. Joel Robinson, mods. Colin need a timeout.
That is a penalty. Maguire fouled Lovren. What a joke, says Jack Swam. You know what I'm going to say, because I can't even be bothered to get into an argument. Yeah, it was a penalty, but that's life. VAR didn't give it. It's still 1-0. You know. What do you want me to say? I can't say anything. I don't think it was a penalty, but you know what? Let's pretend it was. It doesn't make any difference. It's not a penalty. You know.
I think you went down looking for it a bit too easily there.
Yeah, and in this tournament you can get penalties for that, can't you? But the reality is, arguably, Lovren should have had 2 yellow cards. So.
Yeah, he should have. And was it Rebic as well? Should have had a yellow, I think, for barging into Ashley Young.
Yeah. I mean, Harry Kane should have scored. Jesse Lingard had a very good chance as well. I think on the balance of play, I don't think many people would begrudge England being 1-0 up. Or maybe I'm wrong. But there we go. Corona is a bit like Lily Water, John. You're right. It goes down very easily. That's what she said. If that was a penalty, then I would have turned off the telly, says Daniel Brook. Croatia will score, says Carlos Rosa, which I think is a very relevant point, because if the momentum carries on, and we've probably got people joining us for half-time only, so let's have a very, very quick look at the SofaScore app, which you can download. The link is in the video description for that. But as you will see, we'll have a look at the stats in a moment, but in the context of the game itself, that is your graph of the first half. So the way this graph works is the high lines are when there's high pressure for that team. So the first 20 minutes you can see high lines of the blue, England, and I think that was about right for the first 20 minutes. But look, in the last 20 minutes of the half, low lines of blue means low pressure from England, and it's starting to go up for Croatia, high graph lines. So that is a bit of a concern in relation to that. Remember, you can download this for free. The link is in the video description for Apple and Android. Fantastic app. You can do all your player. But look at England's. My eyes are terrible. I'm just looking there. Jesse Lingard 6.4. Dele Alli 6. No, he must be lower than that. What's Jesse Lingard? I can't read. Yeah, 6.4. But look at his heat map. Again, Lingard. That's virtually not got a pulse. There's nothing happening there. That's not a heat map. Look at Kieran Trippier. He's red. Red means that's bloody loads of the ball. And even lighter oranges there. So he's having loads of the ball. Jesse Lingard, he's flatlining. There's nothing. He's not even orange. It's just little puffs of air. Dele Alli. Little puffs of air. Nothing happening. Nothing happening with him. Let's look at Raheem Sterling. Again, lots of running, but puffs of air. They're not getting the ball. Our attackers not getting the ball. Harry Kane, puffs of air. There's no red bits. But then you look at someone like John Stones. Again, he's getting a little bit. Kyle Walker, a lot in his own box. This is not good for England. This is showing you the context of the game. The only people getting on the ball in our team are in very deep positions. Whereas if you look at someone like a Modric, not too much either. So there's not a lot of possession in this game, and England need to be very careful about that, because it's something England have been very strong on. Link is in the video description for that. Let's have a quick look at. No, I don't want to look at that. What have I clicked? Oh God, I might be looking at porn or something in a minute. We don't want to be doing that. Croatia, okay. Statistics. 47% possession to 53. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. It felt like Croatia might have had a little bit more. They've had a few more shots than us. Passes are about equal, 191 to 203. So it's quite an equal half, but England have had the better halves. Link is in the video description for that. And if people download it, it's free. You can get all your football news, all your stats on there. If you want to check somebody out on their heat maps and how they play, it's got all their games. Really, really good app. Free to download, Android and on Apple. And if you download it, if all of you download it, then SofaScore will let us use it next season. So please do download it. It's free to use. I've been using it for about a year anyway, because it's great for the heat maps. Anyway, what's your thoughts, Marcus, on the second half?
Second half, mate. I think I'd be really tempted to change Ashley Young. I really would.
Yeah, he had a bad half, didn't he?
Yes, he has had a bad half. He's been caught in possession a couple of times. His decision making has been a bit suspect when they've been down our left hand side. maybe Danny Rose. Or, would you take off, say, Dele Alli and put Danny Rose on there as well, so you got two of them, so you can double up down that side.
Yeah.
Not too sure, but Sterling again, decision making again. It's all effort and that, but there's no end product. It's a tough one to call. I mean, you don't want to jinx or change a winning side too much, do you? But
well, the left-hand side is getting bantered a bit, isn't it?
It is. I mean, Rebic and Perisic, they're swapping over. They're both having a go at Ashley Young. I mean, we saw Ashley Young be outnumbered. It was 2-1, wasn't it, at one of their attacks, until Maguire came across to shore it up a bit. But yeah, I think Croatia are going to target Ashley Young now, and I think really Danny Rose should come in sometime.
Manchester United tweeting out, Jesse Lingard icon 45 minutes away from a World Cup final. Shut up, Manchester United. What a stupid tweet to put out. I mean, shut up till 90 minutes. Don't want to hear it. He's had a crap half. I mean, just bloody social media experts. I think sometimes they totally miss the boat. But let's have a look at what people are saying on Twitter. We said too many touches for Sterling. Always wonder if he has to murder someone to be kept out of the team, says Nimrod. Been our best attacker, no mention of Lingard's miss or Kane's bottling of the 1v1, says Grandmaster Nats. And Sterling's been a nuisance for the opposition, which is true. Everyone will say, a lot of people will say that, even when Sterling misses chances, people get on him. Lingard needs to get into the game more. The replies to that, got a brilliant chance and messed up. Do you ever stop moaning? Get behind the team. Daniel Gregory. Typical Lingard. I know it's popular to rate him right now, but I just don't get it. Never has. Certainly don't think he's a Man United standard, says Muggle Gamer. Give it 5 minutes. You said this last time too, says Eddie Murphy. And he helped win the free kick for the goal, says Darren Degan. There you go.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, fair point.
We can't be far off time, so I'm going to use that as a chance to, after 3.5 Coronas, to go and quickly have a toilet break, Marcus. So I shall leave you for a minute, and then we'll be back for the biggest 45 minutes of England's history, which, to be honest with you, I remember half time against Germany in a World Cup semi-final. It was a lot more tense than this. There's something a little bit missing, but I'll take it. As long as we're winning at the end of 90 minutes.
Yep, that's it. All that matters, mate, is as soon as that final whistle goes. So let's have a look in the comments then. So what are you guys thinking of the game? I mean, I think it's pretty even so far, but I think England have just shaded it on chances. Johnny Ring says we need to fix the midfield. I think the midfield's doing okay at the minute. It's not spectacular. It's losing possession quite easily, but it's all right at the minute. Lingard's pass to Kane should have been an amazing assist, but Kane bottled it. To be fair, I think it was a good first save by the goalie, and then when he's gone for the second one, the goalie's got his foot to it, which knocks it onto the post. Croatia is waiting for England to make a mistake. Modric will pass to Perisic, and that left side will be exploited, says Hart. I think you're onto something there, mate, down that left-hand side, yeah. Can someone please replace Henderson? Well, that's from Sarkar. It's either Henderson or Eric Dyer for that position. Amin says Mark's chatting crap. Robert says, Marcus, did you serve in the First World War? I'm not that old, mate, unfortunately. No, I'm actually younger than Mark. Anvesh, Marcus, would you name your kids Trippier and Southgate? No, I wouldn't, because I'm only having 2. So no more for me. Oasis Times, if England can't score another, it's big trouble. I think we need the second one to just kill the game off. Get, like Mark said, get that security blanket. Sally says, let's regroup, sort out the midfield. Yep. There's a super chat. I'll let Mark know. So, Dyer's better than Henderson, says Sir Dre. And the super chat is from Hannibal Wolf. England need a Rooney in their team. So thanks for the super chat. I'll tell Mark as well. I think if we had a Rooney in our team, you know what? I think it would probably overshadow what the boys have done so far in the tournament.
Good point.
Yeah.
It'd be like Messi for Argentina. It'd be like Ronaldo to a lesser extent, but it'd be like Messi for Argentina. I thought Rooney would be part of this World Cup, and I'm actually so grateful that he retired because it'd be the focal point. Everything would go through him. He's not the player he was. Everything would break down. We're a team without him, so fair play to Rooney for retiring. Fair play to Sam Allardyce for messing up when he got the England job because with no way England would have been a World Cup semi-final with Allardyce in charge.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've got to say, mate, I think you've caught the sun a fair bit,
It might just be the lighting, mate.
I would say your face is very red.
Yeah, I'm not really been out in the sun much today.
Oh, right, okay. That's sort of,
sometimes I have to mess around with the colour.
I'll say you're looking a little flushed.
Yeah, probably,
And Vesh, mate, England, no doubt, England.
You know what I was thinking about when I had a piss? Sorry to swear, but I was just thinking there. You know what? We've fallen into that trap of watching, because me and Marcus do Manchester United watch-alongs on the United Stand, which will be live after this, and we get into it and we're having a chat, and it just becomes a football game. And as I was at the toilet then, I was thinking, this isn't a football game. This is 45 minutes away from a World Cup final, and we're like, we need to pass it a bit more. Really, we should be 2-0 up. And actually, it's amazing that we fell into that sort of trap of being quite, relaxed about it, which is a good thing. But just to pump the pressure on a little bit more, we are 45 minutes away from an England World Cup final, and at the moment we're 1-0 up. So it's Southgate's got to do his job here, and I think the most important thing is get hold of this bloody game, get hold of this ball.
Yes, definitely get hold of the ball, control the game now in the second half. We touched on it earlier. Croatians, they've been involved in over their last 2 games. They were involved in penalty shootouts, I think it was. So the legs are going to go. The legs will tire. I mean, they looked a little bit tired to me at the start of the game. They just weren't there. They were at 6s and 7s. But they've come into it. They've grown into the game towards the end of the first half. So, it's up to England now to get hold of the ball again and to dictate how this game pans out.
Definitely. I'll tell you what, I love Roy Keane, but it must be killing him inside to be watching England in a semi-final with Gary Neville, Ian Wright, Lee Dixon.
Yeah, but you'd be wondering what's going through Keano's head, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I lived in Ireland for 3 years, and the vast majority of them would not want England to win, and I'll hold it against them. It's just the way the world. It's a bit like United fans not wanting Liverpool to win, but obviously some of them it's a bit historical as well. But realistically, it's a rivalry.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, boys are just coming out now.
I don't think as much as we said I'd take Ashley Young off, I'd take Dele Alli off. And to be honest, that's me and you, and that's obviously everybody else. But it's not Gareth Southgate. This is how he's built a team, isn't it? He's not going to humiliate somebody in a World Cup semi-final and take them off at half time when we're 1-0 up. He might be aware of that weak area, but he's not going to do that at half time in a World Cup. It was never going to happen.
You know what? These Croatian boys, they're doing a lot of stretches and lunges on the pitch here. Maybe they're starting to feel it in the legs again. So they've stopped playing for 15 minutes.
Well, they've just focused a lot on Butland there, which is a bit weird.
I think he was just having a bit of practice at half time, wasn't he? I don't think it's anything. Read anything into it.
Well, we're off. The timer's off, and we're 45 minutes away from a World Cup semi-final, which is amazing, absolutely amazing to be in that position in the first place, which we've known about for a few days. But actually, we're actually winning this game as well. So let's see what happens.
So the important thing now is to come out, and I wouldn't say exactly carry on where we left off because Croatia were pinning us back. But let's get hold of the ball and make the ball do the work now. They've got to come at us. That's the most important thing. They've got to come at us, but we've got to stick to the game plan. Game plan worked in the first half to some extent.
Well, there's an interesting aspect to this game as well, isn't there? That England actually probably can sit back a little bit and invite the pressure from Croatia and then hit them on the break. Well,
yeah, there is that, but I mean, it's no good inviting the pressure if we're not going to utilise Sterling's pace, is it?
No.
They've got to get the ball at Sterling. They did we did try to do that in the first half. Sometimes it was effective, sometimes it wasn't. Oh, that was risky. Why I missed the ball there. But, oh, that's a foul, ref.
I don't. What I would say is I don't think one goal is going to be enough.
See, I was the opposite before the game. I thought this game would be decided by one goal, either like a 2-1 or a 1-0. I never thought it would be a 3-2 game.
No. I think I went 2-1, but what I'm saying is I don't think our hearts are going to last a 1-0 for 45 minutes.
No.
You know, we need a goal. We need a goal.
Yes, definitely.
And I don't want a Colombia situation where they score in the last bloody minute. If Croatia are destined to score, I'd rather they scored in the next bloody 5 minutes, so we've got time in normal time to get back at them. I don't want, we've seen what Croatia are like at penalties. Their goalkeeper's very good and they're very technical. Is a yellow card here?
Yeah.
And it's to a Croatian, which is a surprise. Yeah.
Rebic,
well, he should have probably had one in the first half.
I mean, he's gone up there. Did he lead him with his elbow there? I think. Carl Walker's head.
Probably not a yellow card for me. That little bit harsh, but he probably should have given a few yellows in the first half.
Yeah, I mean it's overdue. I think that one for Rebic. He's got away with a couple on Ashley Young in the first half. So,
well, Paul Gibson says the refs finally found his yellow cards. Maybe he left them.
Yeah.
Please do share the video if you're watching. Underneath the screen there's a share button. If you are on Twitter and Facebook, please do share that video and get involved, which would be fantastic. And subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner.
England free kick.
Next game, after the next watch along we'll do after this will be the World Cup 3rd and 4th place playoff on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock, which I know most of you can't bloody wait for. It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be Belgium versus one of these two. Probably game of the tournament, I would have thought. I don't think they'll both play their reserves.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. But, so England, no, Croatia with the throw. Thought that was going to be an England throw then. But I think that, like I said earlier, the best thing about England's performance so far is Modric and Rakitic have not had any influence in this game whatsoever so far.
No, but I look at Croatia and they look a little bit more pumped. Obviously, they're in the losing position at the moment, and it's a World Cup final. I think Belgium let themselves down in the second half yesterday when they went 1-0 down. I don't think there was enough mentality in their head that what an opportunity this is to play in a World Cup final. But from the Croatians, they have got a strong mentality anyway, Croatia. I think that they definitely do have that.
Yeah, definitely. I think Harry Kane needs core. I think Harry Kane needs to put himself about a bit more amongst them centre-backs the second half.
Yeah, you know what? Sterling gets so much stick, but we're a team.
He's been very quiet
We're a
these
bloody
last two
team,
games.
And actually, Lingard, Ali, and Lingard, Ali, and Kane have been very poor the last couple of games. I think they've been as bad as Sterling has, and you win as a team, and Lingard again knocked off the ball. It's just not. He's not had a very good game.
Yeah. Got to be stronger than that, I think, Jesse.
I think the best part about England's team is the defence. The back three are brilliant, and everybody else at the moment needs to do a little bit. I mean, Harry Kane's got a free header there, and he heads it to bloody. Was it Rakitic?
Yeah. But the good thing is, Rakitic is playing the ball backwards. At least he's not knocking it forwards. So Ali's out on the left-hand side here. Croatia, they're definitely trying to come down this left-hand side. I've not seen them attack so far in the first 5 minutes down our right.
Football fan says Kane hasn't had the service coming from an Irishman. I could read that two ways. I think you're saying you're an Irishman sticking up for Kane, because you can't be saying that he hasn't had service from an Irishman, because he's never going to get it being an Englishman, is he? But I think I know what you mean. Drew, I agree with you. He says I'd put Loftus-Cheek on for Lingard. He isn't in the game right now. I think Lingard or Ali. Another yellow card coming here for... oh no, that was Rebic.
I thought, that
was Mandzukic who got the yellow card, but it was Rebic who did the tackle, to be honest. I don't know how that worked.
I think as Mandzukic threw the ball out, punched it out. Looking very, very... Let's say, like a boxing match. The game's not really started yet as a spectacle, I don't think. More like just feeling each other out again. I mean, Maguire there, fantastic. Oh, he's offside.
I think the back three of Stones, Maguire and Walker have been the difference. And Trippier. I think they've been the four best players on the pitch. And
Yeah.
I think everybody else needs to step it up a bit.
They do, yeah. I mean, like you said earlier, I mean, Harry Kane, Lingard, Dele Alli, they've not really been in the last two games for me. Very, very quiet, considering they're very important to the team.
There's a cracking comment from Google here. He says, England need to start trying to hold some useless possession and start to make Croatia chase around. Exactly, I agree. Just not got hold of the ball in this game at all.
But we did expect Croatia to have a little bit more possession than what we did. But great tackle there by Walker. That's our ball.
I think Kyle Walker's had a good game.
Yeah.
A very good game.
Yeah.
Johnny Ring says they're passing through the midfield. It needs to be fixed. Yeah. I think, look, there's 0 point talking about France because it's irrelevant at the moment. But if Croatia had a decent front three, I'd be very worried because, well, if they had a fast forward, I'd be worried, which actually France don't have. So, but the midfield is getting annihilated for England. But everyone expected that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Croatia.
Come on, give us something in the attack, England.
Yeah.
Kane looks dead on his feet, to be honest. No foul. Kane's gone down injured.
Oh.
They need to get hold of the bloody ball.
Yeah.
Come on, Maguire's out of position now.
Worrying signs here.
That's what they need, a bit of this. Come on, bit of fucking leadership. Sorry, I swore again. They need a bit of England need a bit of leadership.
Yeah, every single one of them's got to stand up in the second half now, and
it's a World Cup final, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny enough. BBC website yesterday lunchtime. Can't tell you what. Talk about a fantastic lunch. They replayed the whole of the Italia 90 Germany versus England game, extra time and penalties, and I watched it while I was working. And whatever this team does, it's not a patch on that Italia 90 team. And whoever wins this World Cup, they're not a patch on the Germany team that won it. What a semi-final that was. The talent on that pitch. Look at the pace from Kyle Walker there. He's my man of the match of this half. I'm going to get Sofa score up in a minute, but
I mean, I remember
what I was going to say is, what a player.
Kyle Walker's got a yellow here. Unnecessary, I think. Yeah.
Unnecessary. Didn't need to do that, Kyle.
No, didn't need to do that. But I did say at the start of the tournament, I thought it was a bit of a genius for Gareth to put Kyle Walker as a centre-back in the back three just because of his pace. Croatia will throw. Trippier's doing absolutely fantastic again. Look.
Got to win a corner here.
No, that should have been ours, ref.
Ref's starting to turn the tide here, isn't he, a little bit? Marcus Barton's spot on, though. England losing their composure a bit. Get your composure. Get some leadership. Get your composure back. Get your game head on. You're never going to win a title if you can't keep your header. Cross comes in. Oh, good header that is by Harry Kane. Yeah. And it's a free kick anyway.
Yeah.
Very similar semi-final to last night, though. Very similar to last night.
It is.
It's in the same sort of... It's a tight game. I mean, I felt with Belgium last night, how do you lose that game 1-0 without going gung-ho? It's a World Cup semi-final, but again, we're sort of seeing it here. Fine margins in a semi-final.
Yeah, I mean, if you're comparing it to the semi-final yesterday, I think England, you'd have to say, were France and Croatia or Belgium.
Yeah.
I mean, England just seemed quite happy to just sit on this one-goal lead at the minute.
Come on.
Yeah,
two.
Do you know what? I think that was on target there by Jesse, that one.
Yeah, and that, for people who aren't United fans, that is Jesse Lingard for you.
Yeah.
Not in a game at all, and then boom, something really explosive. That's what Lingard can do.
Yeah.
He can be massively frustrating, like not in a game, and then the runs he makes are so intelligent. Anyway, corner for England. It's only had 10 minutes of this second half. I was thinking we must have had 70 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, when the old half swings are going...
corner anyway.
That should be a good delivery.
No one's going to get on the end of that. Got it. Nice ball, Kyle.
Yeah.
Good cross.
Oh,
Kane.
Unlucky.
We need that second goal.
Yeah, he threw himself at it, just didn't get the right connection. I mean, Walker's got the beating, I think, of every Croatian player in the team there with his pace.
Yeah, he needs to be a little bit careful on that yellow card. Here we've got some pace. Trippier. Come on, get hold of the ball now. We could do with 5 minutes of possession. That's poor ball by Trippier. Henderson, we're not winning the second balls enough either. Here's Rebic against Walker. Walker's got to be so careful.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Come
Pass. Now Ali. Pass.
Let's go. Break out.
Keep the ball. What's that?
It's
You're
got to
going
be
for a
quicker
Hollywood
than that.
pass. Go to your left back.
Yeah. Yeah, too slow again. They're looking for Sterling to make that run, but he's not making that run quick enough. You know, Ali's looking up there, waiting for Sterling to make the run, and
apparently I've had an orgasm. I don't know what. Oh, here we go. Good defending. Stones. I nearly said Jones. I've obviously had a drink. would never be Phil Jones, and good defending never said in the same sentence.
Headed out by Maguire.
I tell you what, they're going to put us through. They're going to put us through the ringer tonight.
They are. But, it's still though, Mark. It's still looking quite comfortable for England. Croatia. They don't look dangerous at all.
That's straight vodka. I'm doing straight vodka in Corona.
Lovren just seeing Harry Kane chance back there. Lovren got his foot to the ball.
Are you drinking, Marcus? Have you gone sober now?
Oh no! I've got a can here, mate, beside me. Mum brought me up another can at half time as well.
Oh, you're not down in the living room?
No, I'm up in the bedroom tonight, mate. So come on. So I know Mum was watching the game, and I didn't want her screaming down the microphone.
I like your mum.
Well, if you do the final and England's in it, mate, then I'll be in the front room. Modric with the ball. See, there's nowhere to go forward. Look, he's having to pass it back.
No, we don't want these. I don't like corners in the World Cup because there's always an opportunity for a penalty, isn't there? We've got 1,400 people watching. If you've not subscribed, please do. Bottom right-hand corner. We're getting closer to 44,000. We're building a fantastic community here, and it will continue next season. We're going to do Champions League, Europa League, loads of games. So please do share the video. It takes a couple of clicks to do it. There's a share button underneath. Corner comes in. Good punch by Pickford.
Punch away, yeah. Fantastic punch.
Come on, do something on the break.
Nice and confident.
Could have played on there. Oi!
What is going on there?
Bloody Lovren again.
How many more, Ref?
Come on, England. This is what we want. Have it. Get up. Have some of it. This is what you want. Bloody idiots. Lovren, you scouse. Come on. Oh, I didn't say that. I was trying to get the water out.
Oh.
How he's not had a yellow card, Lovren, in this game. I'll never know.
Yeah. I mean, it's starting to get feisty now. Look, it looks like Croatia are going to try and resort to the tactics that Colombia tried. Sterling again.
Half an hour to go. I mean, I feel like I've had half an hour of this second half. It's going to be a long second half, isn't it? I mean, we've never been to a World Cup final in my life. We've never been to a World Cup ever outside of England. So it's a good cross, that. Good Trippier.
Yeah.
Good shot. Sit down, Rakitic.
Yeah. I mean, all day long. I mean, I've not noticed them have any chances in our penalty box. It's all coming from outside the box, 25, 30 yard shots, crosses into the box. They're not getting nowhere near it.
Lovren's not had a yellow card, Eric Ward.
I mean, even the Croatian boss there, he looks puzzled, stumped as to, like, what else can we do? It's just not happening for him. Mate, that's a lot of bottles going in your bin tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not the only one on them either. There's got a few people in the living room as well.
I thought it was all yours.
No. Got my little girl trained on bottles and how you put lime in it. Child labour tonight.
Yeah. Croatia. I mean, Modric.
Jazzy now says Lovren's an enigma. No, he's not. He's crap. That's gone. I see a Colombia equaliser soon. Says you're about 2 weeks too late.
That game's been and gone, mate.
Yeah, the thing is though, he's right. Apart from Colombia, who changed it for Croatia, they haven't had their big chance, have they? And I'm
No, they
sure
haven't. No.
they probably will get their big chance at some point. What we said right at the start of the first half is we don't want to be 1-0 up with 10 minutes to go because they'll just pepper our goal, won't they? And we've done that before.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Rashford come on. I'd even consider bringing Rashford on for Kane. I know you never do it because he's the captain, but
I'd still say Rashford for Sterling. I think Sterling again. It's all right using his pace, but you know he's
you get the second goal. This game's over, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, at least with Rashford, like if he gets a chance, there is a bit of hope there that he can put it away. But with Sterling, I'm not that confident. So England's got a throw, right hand side by the corner flag.
Go for the corner.
Yeah.
Get the corner. No, didn't get it. No, ref.
Come on.
Nice, a nice ball. Go on, Sterling.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
penalty.
yeah.
What?
How's that not given?
How's he not given that?
How is that not given?
Well, VAR should
on.
give it. Oh, God, look at him. Walker, be careful.
He's got it, mate. He's got it.
He got pace to burn. He's Speedy Gonzalez. Underly, ipa. No, obviously it wasn't a penalty because there's no VAR coming back.
No. The thing is, though, shouldn't it be? It should be reviewed, shouldn't it? Surely.
No, they will have looked at it. Tell you what. Tell you what. That's a penalty for me.
That's a pen. Yeah, that is a penalty.
And Elijah said it was a penalty for Croatia. He's now saying it was for England as well.
Yeah, that is a penalty. It's a definite penalty.
Soft. VAR's broke. They obviously haven't turned VAR on, have they?
I mean, it's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it, that since the knockout rounds, there's not been many VAR incidents, has there?
Manchester United have just tweeted out, Ashley Young's putting in the groundwork. I tell you what, somebody's putting in some shit tweets tonight. God. It's clearly not an England fan, is it?
Nah, right, Ashley Young's got it now, coming out with it.
Why Sterling not gambling on that ball there?
I don't know. He should have been putting Vida under much more pressure than that.
I tell you what, they'll never get. I tell you what, if England lose this game, we'll look back on it and say, how? I watched Germany-England in 1990, and that game was two bloody good teams going against each other, and it was just like, it was won on penalties, but it was unbelievable. Waddle was brilliant, Gascoigne was brilliant, Mateus was brilliant. It was just a very close game, but this one, get rid. What a block. What a block that was, because I think Pickford was diving.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
Yeah, England are slowing up now.
Get up, Walker. Well done. I think he's injured. Get up. Come on, Harry Kane's playing crap
They got to put everything on. Oh my God. They are. They're trying the dirty tactics here, like the Colombians.
Croatians. What is it with everyone tonight calling it? I've had more beer than everyone, and I know it's bloody Croatia. So many people are talking about Colombia.
I said they're trying the dirty tactics like the Colombians.
Oh right, okay. I'll let you off.
Kyle Walker.
I can't believe we're not even halfway through this half at the moment. Anyway, let's have a look at how this is going, just to give people let's inflict a little bit more stress on you all, as I let you know I like to do that. Let's have a look at how this is going in relation to the SofaScore app, because they will tell us that is not good. Well, Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's not.
That is not good. So second half, as you can see, that was half time where the hand is. And the green thing is the graph of pressure. So at the start of the game, we've got high blue, which is England. At the end of the first half, we had high green. As we go into the second half, the graph is showing lots more pressure from Croatia. England doing next to nothing in this second half. Remember, you can download this for free. It's the SofaScore app. Link in the video description. It's on Android and Apple. I use it all the time, but this is a really good graph they use for actual matches, which show you the swing of the game. England doing bloody nothing and Croatia putting a lot of pressure on. Obviously, when it's very high, that means it's a goal. And let's have a look at the statistics. Possession, it's dropping for England. It's nearly 60% for Croatia, 42% for England. That was nearly 50-50 at half-time. So we're struggling. Passes, they're moving ahead as well. We were quite close, 3-2-6 to 2-4-7. So possession, pressure is starting to fall to Croatia now. And I just want to check. We looked at him at half-time, Jesse Lingard. A little bit more down the right-hand side from him. But Harry Kane, not a lot. At least it's central. Sterling, nothing. It's like a mist. That's not a heat map, that's a mist. And best player on the pitch for England still Kieran Trippier. And all the defenders, as we said that, didn't we? We said Trippier, Walker, Stones and Maguire are our best players, and they are on the SofaScore app. But look at the Croatians. All their best players are now becoming their attackers. A little bit of a worrying theme. Download it for free. Link in the video description. We want to be able to use that app next season. So if everybody downloads it, it's free to do it. They will let us use it. So please do download it. Yeah.
Croatia coming forward again.
There's a bit of a theme growing here.
Modric picking up the ball. He's picking up more and more of the ball now, Modric. He's starting to come into the game.
I think whatever happens, it's not going to be a performance that makes anybody think England were brilliant.
No.
It's not. It's going to be a grind out now, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a workmanlike performance now, I think.
There we go. There's the goal.
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
Coming a mile off. Absolute mile off.
Yeah. Perisic. Absolutely. It's the same thing now, isn't it? I mean, we saw.
Well, we just looked at the graph there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing.
You can't argue with it. It was coming a bloody mile off. England have been crap in this game. He's clearly onside. He gets the run on Trippier. You know what the embarrassing thing is there? He's being marked by Trippier. He moves off Trippier and Walker. Yeah. His foot's high. I tell you what, that's a high foot.
That is, yeah.
That is a high foot. How high is that when he goes for it? Walker's going a little bit. That's a high foot. That should never be given. Never should be given.
That's above waist height.
That is a high foot. No way should that be a goal. No way should that be a goal. Too high.
Well, we did say at the start of the game.
We knew we were going to go through the ringer. We knew we were going to go through the ringer. But the next goal was always going to be crucial in this game. And I think England at 1-0 have just not done enough. They've not done enough.
Right, so
he's got to make changes now, hasn't he?
I think so, yeah. I think the Sterling is not working. Sterling is not working. Such a focal point of the team. He's just... Mind you, he's in here.
No, too heavy with the pass again. I thought that was a high foot. Typical, isn't it? I'm not going to be salty, Anvesh, because it's only on the third point that I saw it. But, I can't... I'm not... the ref's not giving it. I'm not going to go injustice. I'm not going to scream injustice. But it's been coming for a long time.
Yeah, the Croatians are on top now. I mean, the fans, they got something to cheer about. So it's up to England to silence them again.
Well, we look like the team that's hanging on for extra time.
Yeah. Yeah. So...
Kane's been crap.
He has. He's been very quiet for the last couple of games.
What's that? The friggin' hell is that by Harry Kane? He's been shit in this game.
Yeah. He's looking for Trippier across the face, but he's not quick enough. Oh, dear. But, it's still time. Still 20 minutes to go.
I think England have looked a little bit lost in this game.
I think in terms of once we got the goal, they didn't really know whether to stick or twist with it. But they just it's all come down to not getting hold of that ball, not keeping possession.
Midfield's not been very strong either.
No. I mean, Henderson's had.
He needs to make changes. If he doesn't make changes, we're going out. He's got to make changes quick.
Don't start that again. Oh dear.
You've got to get the keeper there. Oh my life, what are we doing? 2-0.
What
Oh,
is
is it the
going on?
post?
Right.
Oh, my life. We're hanging on by a thread here. Perisic has just hit the post. Mandzukic hits the rewind. Straight into the goal. They should be 2-1 up. We're hanging by a thread now. He has got to make substitutions or we are going out of this World Cup quicker than the Germans. It's a joke.
I think Rashford...
We're nowhere near. We're nowhere near at the moment. We're not even in the right gear.
Rashford's
We're
got
a
to
car
get
with
on.
bloody unleaded when we're a diesel. We're going out at the moment. He's got to change it. This is what management's all about, Southgate. I know you're inexperienced. You've done a great job. You've got to make changes.
I think as soon as Rashford comes on, the better. I think for me, it's who would you go for?
Right. This is only going one way at the moment, and Croatia they're like a great white shark. They've got it. They can sense it.
I can smell the blood here. I can smell the fear. Ashley Young's been caught out again.
What are we passing it out from the back here? He's not even giving a free kick on Ali there. This is what you get when you try and pass it out the back. What are we doing?
Come on, Henderson.
We cannot concede. If we want to get to the World Cup final, we've got to see this 5 minutes out and get some stability back in the team because we're hanging on here. We are. It's like a boxing match. It's the cliche. We've been hit a few times. They've got a bloody corner as well.
You need to do the score, mate.
Here we go. Rashford.
Finally. Rashford's coming on.
1-1. Yeah, sorry.
Who's that? Number 10's coming off.
Sterling, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. Yeah. But I think this Rashford is going to push him back a little bit deeper
by
now.
Maguire.
Yeah, out again.
What a header by Maguire there. It's right on the... Tell you what, any touch from Croatia there and that's 2-1. It should be 2-1. Perisic hit the post. There you go. There's your score change. What? It's never easy with England. It's Sterling off. About bloody time.
Right, Rashford. Right, just give the boy the ball and let him go. So this is, a lot of people said that Rashford is going to shine at the World Cup. This is his moment, I think. Do you know what? I think if England's going to try and see it out, I'd even argue getting Eric Dyer on.
Yeah, the midfield's a bit... I mean, Dele Alli with his little flicks. Ain't got time for any of that. Here's Rashford. Come on.
Go on, run at him, kid. Go on.
Oh, edge of the box.
But again, good idea, good threat. He's pushing them back already. He's going to hug that left side.
Semi-final now. This is what would have happened if Belgium had got the equaliser. It's there to be won for either team.
Come on. Yeah.
This is fine. I don't mind this. Keep hold of the ball a little bit.
This is what we should have been doing.
We ain't got to push it. We should have done this. You're right. 1-0. Just keep the ball. Don't worry about it. No, he needs a pass there.
Yeah.
This is worrying for England because that's telegraphed. That's not a foul. That's not a throw-in.
Walker again. He's got to beat the Mandzukic quite easily.
I don't think that was it. I thought it was a foul throw.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. The momentum worries me in this.
Well, England there for like 2 or 3 minutes, they had the possession. They seem to have calmed things down, but as soon as Croatia get the ball, I mean, look where Modric is now. That he's picking it up just outside the box. Come on. Fucking hell, man. It's almost desperation there.
Being Ricky's right, they're pumped up and England just need to keep their heads. To be honest, I'd have brought Loftus-Cheek on. I don't get why we haven't done that. Here's Kane, not been in this game at all. Go on, Rashford. Oh, he's not offside. He's bloody level with him.
Unlucky, but right idea. They're going to be worried about his pace now. I mean, Rashford's just shown there what Sterling should have been doing all game, looking for that running behind.
It's such a shame. You've hit the nail on the head. It's such a shame in this game we've not been good on possession and our passing because we've had that all game. We've had that option all game to hurt them on the break. We've just not had the possession to do it. What a ball. Catch it,
Yeah.
Pickford. Well done. Come on, roll it out.
That's it. Right. I can see Ashley Young coming off sometime soon as well. Everything they've done has just seemed to have come down that side.
JME says, imagine if this goes to penalties. At the moment, it might be England's best chance. We've got to work our way back into the game first.
Yeah, they're slowing it down, England. They're just letting Croatia come out.
Just need to get the ball a little bit. I mean, we're going to go into the last 10 minutes in a minute, and that might just make both teams be a little bit cagey. Harry Kane, Lingard, are you going to shoot? Oh, maybe you should have crossed. That's going to stay in. It's a throw in.
But good idea. I mean, that's the first time I've seen Jesse get behind him this game.
Yeah.
It's just like the whole attacking mentality has changed now since Rashford's come on.
Well, Rashford's more of a team player, as we see with United. He is more of a team player. I'm surprised Sterling's not. It's at Man City. You'd think that's what they're all about.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way Guardiola gets his teams to play, isn't it? Like that.
Good play by Rashford. Good play by Rashford.
But no one's in there, look.
What's what we're trying to do? Don't shoot. Right, I'm going to have a wee. I'll leave you to it for a minute.
Yeah, go on. So, over and wide by Henderson. Craig Davis says, we are not hungry for it like Croatia. It's getting very nervous. Very nervous. England lack experience, says David De Gea. I think the nerves are they're gonna maybe creep in a bit now, I think, but they got to keep their heads together. Let's go, England, says Aaron. Chelsea, you get timed out. Hendo's the only one trying, says Stuart Collins. He's decision making again, isn't it? Decision making again. Louise says go Croatia. Darth Vader says Henderson's trash. Selfish Sterling instilled by Pep. Theatrics also encouraged by Pep, says Minnie. MSR Kadeem, go England. The young age is catching up to England. It is hard, I think, yeah. Pancars, I still believe, mate, yeah, still believe. I think, England's they're getting the possession now, they're coming forward again. So, Harry Kane, just nice knock down. Ali, through, but unlucky. Rashford, keep in. No, goal kick. Unlucky there, good bit of play. Luca, would I swap Martial for Mbappe? Yes, definitely. Yes. Barani, England under heavy pressure. They were. They're not at the minute. They're the ones that are coming forward at the last 5 minutes, looking to win the game. Where's Martial? He's French.
Back.
Right, mate, yeah.
So subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner.
England's had a couple of attacks, mate, since you went. I shouldn't have been there, Fro.
I never thought I was going to get like this in this game, but you just know England are going to do it to you, aren't they? It's just the nerves are... Somebody just said, listen to the crowd. I mute everything when I do a watch along, so I've got no idea what's going on in relation to the crowd. Is it Croatian? Is it English?
Come on, Jesse.
What's he doing? My God, we're hanging on here. Some of the stuff we're doing.
Yeah, they're looking nervous.
Come on. Their defence looks a lot more organised than us at the moment, which is... Here's Rashford. Come on, Marcus, do something.
I'm trying. Unlucky. But Rashford, he started out on the left, he's down on the right now, so... Do you know what? I think fresh legs are needed here, I think. Someone in the midfield.
It's crap.
He's got to come in.
Yeah, we do. I can't believe he hasn't done anything in the midfield at all. Can't believe he's stuck with Ali and Lingard. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, just looking back at that little bit of a crazy bit there. Trippier to Walker and then back to Pickford, but luckily we got away with it.
Maybe
Goal kick, Croatia. She wants me to get on the pitch. I would, mate, if I was. So
fair,
a couple of
I
people.
saw somebody say thank God for Trippier, and I think you're right. I mean, having said that, though, whatever happens in this game, we will look back at those Harry Kane chances and say, if that goes 2-0, it's game over. And I don't think Croatia would have come back from 2-0, but England now, it's tough. It's tough.
Well, we lost the ball here. Lingard's got back well there. Come on, Walker, get out to him. Good catch there by Pickford. Well claimed.
Passing, the final ball's just been very poor from
England.
England.
It has been tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. It's obviously it's very hard to play against people like Modric and Rakitic, but they have ran that midfield and it stopped England building much momentum. Good save, Pickford. Yep. Good shot, Mandzukic. Starting to hanging on. We're hanging on now. Al Rizawari says that extra time's coming in. Is Rashford? No.
That's the first shot Mandzukic has had throughout this game.
Croatia look more like winning it. I mean, let's have a look at the... I don't want to worry people because I know we've looked at this before, but let's have a look at the momentum map. And... well, there you go. Look, you can see. England did have a little bit of a period, as you said. But look at the second half. It's... Come on, Pickford. You've got to get that.
Yeah.
Over the bar from Perisic. But look at that second half. You can't have any arguments about Croatia coming back into this game. Look at the green bits. That's Croatia pressure. Look at the blue bits from England in the second half. It's nothing. Croatia deserved to be 1-1. Absolutely deserved to be. They've absolutely had all the pressure in the second half. And look at the whole game, really. England have had blue, little bits of blue, but it's more high bits of green. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. And obviously I can argue with it as an England fan, but... the reality is, I think a neutral would say it's fair at the moment, and Croatia are pushing for the win. Please do download the app SofaScore. It's on Apple and Android. Link in the video description with that. But I feel a bit like Belgium at the moment, Marcus. I feel a bit like Belgium. They've got an opportunity, but we've just not got going. It's really been surprising from England because we've actually kept hold of the ball so well in the system that we've played, but we've not been able to do it tonight.
Well, this is the difference, isn't it? When you're up against the world-class midfielders, Modric and Rakitic, and they know how to dictate the play. I mean, our midfield, Henderson, Ali, and was it Lingard in there?
See, Ashley Young's just passed it straight to a Croatian there. It's you cannot build a performance when people are just giving the ball away like that. You can't win a game doing that. And I think Lingard and Ali have been poor tonight. And I think Young's been poor. I think Kane's been poor.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think out of all of them, I think Ashley Young's been the worst.
Maybe there's a step up in quality tonight, and Croatia got a very, very good midfield. I mean, they've got people like Kovacic who could come on. I mean, Henderson there, that's terrible. A touch and losing the ball.
Yeah, very looking a bit weary now, a bit jaded.
Yeah. Which apparently Croatia retired.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that Croatia are doing well are playing the simple balls. England just can't do that at the minute. I mean, I say
You'd
that
worry
and it's
about
gone out there
against France, though, wouldn't you? You would. Let's be honest.
I think you would. Yeah. I think if you're being realistic,
he's not rectified the midfield problem here, so you would definitely worry against France. Pogba and Kante and Matuidi against Dele Alli and Lingard and Henderson. He's not rectified this problem in the whole game that we've been dominated in the midfield.
I still believe that Dele Alli and Lingard can't play in that together like this. The way they're set up, we're
just playing long ball at the moment.
Rashford's good. Way it goes. I mean,
I'd like us
Croatia.
to make extra time. That's what I'm saying at the moment. I'd like us to make extra time because at the moment I just don't feel that we are anywhere near. Lingard, what are you doing there? Trying to do some sort of Rocky Balboa spin. DDG's right. Ali and Lingard have been missing. It's 2 players in your midfield.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't think they played well all tournament. I mean, they've had their moments, but consistency-wise, they've not been good at all. They've not been good. You know, the same sort of players playing in the same position, it doesn't work. And Harry Kane's got no service for the last couple of games either.
We look scared tonight as well.
I think, maybe the occasion.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to him a bit, but England with a throw here on the left-hand side. So hopefully, if we get to extra time, they play a lot better than what they did against Colombia.
Dark Star comment of the night. It's been long ball for England for the whole second half. And you're spot on.
Yeah, they've not got going in the second half. Totally different contrast to the first half. Croatia coming forward down our left-hand side at the minute. It's going to be pumped long by the looks of it. No, it's not.
I'd get that. I'd bring Dyer on and put him next to Henderson. I know it's a little bit of a defensive thing, but
Peter Doyle says we need Loftus-Cheek on, not Dyer.
I take either at this point.
Yeah. Darth Maul says England look like United. They do at the minute, don't they? Yeah. Long ball is the way to bypass a missing midfield, says Asaya.
Yeah, well, we spoke about that in the first half, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think England have gone long ball because the midfield's been dominated, which shows he hasn't got a lot. The thing is, though, Eric Dyer's a Spurs player. Just put Eric Dyer with Henderson, get hold of the midfield and leave Dele Alli or Lingard on. You've got 2 players who do the same job and neither of them are doing it at the moment. Ali and Lingard are not doing the job they're there to do. So take one of them off, get hold of the midfield. Yeah,
so he's got to change something for the extra time.
Oh, mate, I ain't even thinking about extra time. I'm not. I'm genuinely not. If anyone's going to win this, it's going to be Croatia, and I'm just a little bit worried at the moment that we won't even get it.
We're winning this, mate. We're winning this. They just got to go back to basics, get that ball. Right, they're coming in, cross in. No, it's not handball. Get on with it.
See, the passes Croatia have made all night are infinitely better than England. This is in the final third and they're picking out players.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to do that in our own half.
That's really strange because the first few games...
Yeah.
We were really good at pressing.
Shoot from there. I was happy he had a shot from there, actually.
Yeah, let him go all day. I think I do think though they're going to, if it goes to extra time, mate, I think we got a hell of a chance in extra time.
Canned clock gaming. Don't mention that word to me. Penalties. Don't. I can't. 3 minutes. But penalties. I don't agree with penalties anyway in a World Cup semi-final. I don't. I think it's massively, massively wrong. I'd love to see, the golden goal or whatever it is. But good play here by Rashford. You can get there, mate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get it. Go on, lad. Throw in. One last chance, hopefully. Yeah.
It's a foul.
Yeah, we'll
everybody
take that.
up. Get everybody up.
This could be the chance. We know how deadly we are at set pieces. It could be the chance.
I actually went 2-1 England in extra time. I have been putting tweets out hours before the game. I said it about Sweden. I'm really confident we're going to win 2-0. I said about this one, it's going to be very tight, but England will win 2-1. So let's see if I get it right. Even I don't believe I will.
Yeah, good.
I'll become that octopus if it happens.
Oh man.
Clever, babe. Clever play by England here. Make it sort of one of the last plays of the game.
Yeah. So I think it's going to go straight to Maguire. Is he up there? Yeah, he's up there. This could be it. Could be good.
We got on it. We got on it. I think Harry Kane's been very poor. I don't know what people in the live comments think. I think Harry Kane's been very poor the last 2 games for England. I mean, he's going to win Golden Boot, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, how's he winning Golden Boot? He got on the end of that as well. Free header.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Bit low for him.
The chance goes begging.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Despite everything, 2-0. It should have been 2-0 at half time. It should have been.
Yep.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Not a great performance from England in general, though, Marcus. I mean, I know they've put us through the mill, but it's not been great, has it? And you just wonder, actually, did that Trippier goal cause them problems? Because they were like, oh, we're 1-0 up. Maybe if we hadn't got that goal, we would have gone on the front foot a bit more. I said that at the time, an early goal can be a bit of a poison chalice because you automatically go on the back foot, especially in a World Cup semi-final.
Yeah, scoring too early can be a dangerous thing. You know, I remember back in the old days, you know, with United when teams used to score early against United, then it was just sustained pressure from United. It was almost a crime. But yeah, England, since they scored that first goal, well, actually, I'd say, since the start of the second half, they've not been the same team.
No.
They've not been the same.
Even now, the 3 minutes have gone, and he has blown up, and I'm thankful because it's still Croatia. Yeah, we got that set piece, but it's Croatia, and it's and what? Give us your thoughts, everyone in the live comments. We'll ask Marcus as well. Give us your thoughts. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Disappointing second half. First half, it was pretty even, but disappointing second half from England. We still had the 1 goal lead. We didn't capitalise on it. We didn't go forward enough. We didn't press quick enough. And Croatia, they fair play to them. They came at us. They identified the weakness with Ashley Young down that side, and they got the goal from it. So
here's one for the live comments. Right, it's 10-9 at night. You've got an 8-year-old. They want to stay up. Is it child cruelty to keep them up for England in extra time and scar them for the rest of their lives, or do you send them to bed and say, don't ever ask about the score? It goes one way or the other. It could be one of the greatest nights of their life, but it could be what I was pretty much the same age for Italia 90 actually, and it would have been pretty much the same sort of time, and I stayed up. And a little story for you. A lot of people think I'm a Forest fan. I'm not. I did live in Nottingham, but Stuart Pearce lived up the road from me because I lived in the country. And he stepped up for that penalty. And I remember saying to my mum, even though I was a little kid, I said, Stuart Pearce won't miss. He scores all his penalties for Forest. And he missed. So, the thing is, what I really didn't want tonight, to everybody at home, what I really didn't want tonight was England and history have a funny way of finding each other. And I didn't want a World Cup semi-final tonight to be all about penalties. I didn't want that because I think we know what's probably going to happen. And of course, you can rewrite history. Of course you can. But I never even wanted it to be on the menu. And we are getting closer and closer to it. And to be honest with you, I don't know what people think, but Michael Jones says send her to bed. Yeah, a lot of people saying that. But the momentum, I mean, we can get it up here. It's very easy, but we've been looking at it all game, and the momentum, Marcus, is quite clearly with. Oh, and look at it there. If people don't understand this graph by now, the green graph shows high pressure for Croatia. The blue bits show pressure for England. If you're touching the edge, that's really high pressure. And if you look at that whole game, you can't argue with what's in front of you. It's Croatia more than it's England.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in terms of going forward, it is Croatia. Yeah, I mean England. Apart from the last 5-10 minutes, I would say that the second half, did England really, go at them again? Which they should have done from the start of the second half. We took our foot off the gas, so to speak, and almost a victim we made it easy for them. We let them come on to us. We didn't keep the ball well. So really, it's our own fault. We know what Croatia can do. We know they were going to have the Lions' share of possession. So
Well, look at that there.
and they've
Nearly
done it.
60% for Croatia, 41%
Yeah,
for England. Passes 475 to 345. I don't need a weatherman to tell me it's raining down, and I am a massive England fan, and Marcus is, but I can't hide behind the fact that we are clinging on here and actually looking at the balance of the game. There's one team who deserves to win it at the moment, and that is Croatia. They haven't won it, so I'm not giving in, and we've got an opportunity here with half an hour to go, but we've got to get hold of that midfield. Everyone spoke about it at the start of the game. The first half, I think England could have been 2-0 up. Second half, we could have been out. So, what's the dictation of the second half of extra time? Are we going to grasp it? Are we going to gamble with penalties? I don't know, but we've got to do something. And I've got to be honest, I'm absolutely stunned that he's stuck with. I know a lot of people are saying get Ashley Young off. To me, I can get by with Young. I can't get by with Ali and Lingard in the midfield. It's basically Henderson versus 3 at the moment, and it's been like that for 60 minutes. I'm stunned that he's done that because he might not just trust Loftus-Cheek, but just put Eric Dyer in there. We're bypassing the midfield anyway. Chuck Eric Dyer in there.
Yeah, I think if Eric Dyer comes in, he'll bring a lot more stability to that midfield. I mean, he's a calm lad as well. He's got a good footballing brain. And he can ping a pass as well. He can make a couple of things happen. So I think Dyer's not a bad shout if he wants to shore it up. Loftus-Cheek, if he wants to go for it and be a bit more adventurous. But I think the main theme of this now is you've got to get Rashford on the ball. You've got to get some balls in behind because Rashford's got to beat a Lovren.
Does fortune favour the brave, or does he go keep it as it is?
Well, do you know what? I mean, as much as I'd want England to, go through and get to the final, I think you've got to be brave now. You've got to go for it.
Might be another 30 years.
Yeah, but I wouldn't, like you said earlier, I wouldn't want to go out on penalties. I'd rather go out in the extra time or, in normal time.
I'll say it now. If we win this game on penalties, it's shit on Croatia. It really is.
Yeah.
So, I'm more than happy to say that.
It's not. Danny Rose is coming on now.
Well, hopefully it's Ashley Young because he does wear number 18. That's a good. 18, that's a good decision.
That's good. Yeah, that is good. Ashley Young, he hasn't looked up for it all game.
But I still think we're ignoring the midfield.
Yeah, we are. But I think Southgate's had a look there and seen where the crosses are coming from. And we're off in the second extra time.
You know what? To be honest with you, the way that game went, England have got extra time. They've got half an hour. I really want the game to be resolved.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want England to lose, but I would rather lose in normal time than lose on penalties.
Corner. That went out. Surely that went out. Well, let's have a look at that again. Yeah. Should have been a corner. Whole ball is over the line. But, we need to get our composure back. England got the ball here. This is what we got to do in extra time here. We got to dictate the play. Keep the composure. Be mature about it.
John Barnes was right. You got to hold and give, and do it at the right time.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we need a big performance now in extra time from our captain. I think he's got to get amongst them now.
The momentum is there with Croatia, isn't it? Let's be honest, it is. We saw that in the last 45 minutes. So England somehow have got to work themselves into this game. And there again, look, Kyle Walker's hitting a long ball.
Yeah.
And I just wonder why. Why have we resorted to the long ball? It amazes me. I haven't done the time. I'm going to get myself in trouble here.
There's a couple of people saying it didn't go out there. Well, did you not watch the replay? The whole ball was over the line. That's a corner.
Don't argue with him.
No. So England just striking it around the back. Look, there's no intent going forward. Come on, boys. The clock's coming, Joker.
It's up now.
Clock's coming. Yeah.
Remember, subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Please do share the video as well. That's not a bad ball into Link. Oh, come on.
Again, like, you know, Rashford's been held off a bit there, I think.
Shoot!
Oh,
Somebody have a shot. He might get a corner. Might
Yeah.
deflect.
come on.
Got some backseat drivers here.
Oh, is that the missus, is it?
Yeah.
Let him go running up the
What
pitch.
she knows about football, you can write on the back of a stamp. But this is what England has done there, isn't it? They've got people interested. So
Yeah.
you know, she's obviously nicking my best lines and stuff, but try and
Is she a
ignore it.
football-
I
she a
will do
football
United
fan,
stand
Mark?
tonight, Richard. Whatever happens, I'll do United stand at some point. I might have to go outside and have a cry, but I will definitely do it.
Is your missus a football fan, Mark, or is it just
You what?
England?
You what, mate?
Is she a football fan in general, or is it just England?
To be honest, over the years we used to we'd always be in Mallorca for every England international tournament over the years.
Okay.
Go over to Mallorca for a month and just watch, you know, sunbathing and out for all the England games. We used to do that for years before kids. So yeah, she's probably had years of me in her ear, so she's probably picked up some good things and bad things as well.
Pivaric is coming on here, number 22.
It's only their left back going off though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's pulled his hamstring.
Stanic, is it?
Yeah.
The
But
thing is, this is just wasted. I don't want penalties. I'm going to say it now. Penalties are a shit way to win a semi-final.
yeah, it's just I've always thought, as exciting as it is, it's such a cruel way to end the game. But that's a good sign that they're replacing a left back with a left back. That's one less attacking option they got off the bench. So I mean, this might be a good thing for Rashford and Walker and Trippier down that side. Get at him, see what he's made of. Oh dear. Ghetto Ghost says 1966 first and last time. Live with it. I wouldn't say that yet, mate. It's not over yet.
I'll tell you what. I think whoever gets through is going to have to go up a gear to beat France anyway.
Yeah, I mean the
Especially
final
Croatia.
Sunday.
If it's Croatia, bloody hell! Every group game they've gone to extra time. It's not really convincing, is it? Sorry.
No.
They've played three knockout games, and every single one has been a. See, Rebic would have been off there because that was if that was Kyle Walker, he got the yellow card. It wasn't. It was Mandzukic, wasn't it? He would have been off.
Yeah, it would have been. But again, I mean that's something that Danny Rose brings that Ashley Young doesn't. You know, the ability to drive forward with pace like that.
All right. My daughter's just said thanks to the YouTubers for keeping her up, but I think most of you said send her to bed. So, but we'll pretend that you kept her. She's staying up anyway.
Yeah, I've got my oldest one. She's still awake. She's downstairs watching.
Eric Dyer's coming on. Says Robel. Which is quite a defensive move for England to make, isn't it? Are they going to do it?
Well, are they making a change now or what? I didn't see him down there.
No, just saw someone in the live comments, and then Kyle Walker was looking towards the bench.
I think he was asking now if he should go up there or not. And he is.
Corner. That's got to be a corner.
Yeah, should be.
No, he's giving the foul.
What?
I think my problem with extra time is always that you're looking at. You very rarely get a winner in extra time. I don't know why that's a foul. Can't see it.
Oh.
Henderson for Dyer. Oh, gee, it's just like for like. At least he can't take a penalty.
No, yeah. Henderson, he has looked a little bit jaded towards the end there in the second half.
He's probably knackered, isn't he? He's been the one midfielder in a midfield three.
Yeah, so Eric Dyer brings.
How many's left?
Oh. So come on, that should be dealt with. Yeah, no problem, Maguire. See, Croatia now, they're just starting to ping the ball up to Mandzukic, and hopefully Mandzukic is getting the flick-ons. Johnny Ring, this ref's a joke. Deepest, Dyer in.
That's good by Dyer. Ali.
Yeah.
Keep it in, Danny. Go on. Go for the
Oh,
box.
no, whip it.
Can't work the chance. Corner. That's a corner, definitely.
Yeah, can't get right with that one. But Eric Dyer, look, with a shot straight away.
A little bit better from England.
Yeah, never saw Henderson take a shot in this game so far. Oh, he did. He did have one shot, didn't he? It went miles over. I mean, Dyer there. Bit of pressure from England. Decent delivery by Trippier, hopefully.
It was good play from Rose Midget, yeah. They need to play as a team instead of trying to be a hero, says Dante Gerrard. If ever we needed a corner to go in.
This is the one.
Off the line!
Oh!
Off the bloody line. Off the line.
God. Come on, Rashford. Keep hold of it. Get it back in there. Oh, look at Rashford. Look, he's being hounded, man. Come on.
He's the one who cleared it off the line. Good header. I don't know who gets on the end of it. I think it's John Stones. It is. Good header.
Yeah.
It's actually probably not going in, to be honest, from that angle.
I don't know, Mark. I think I might have clipped the inside of the post there.
Yeah, you know, well, it might have done. It was looking a little bit like it might have hit the post and come out to me, but...
But a threat again from set pieces.
Yeah, very good threat to win a header like that. Good ball delivery. Players who can get on the end of it.
Pankar says, come on, England. Yep, come on.
Croatia playing dirty, tugging Rashford. Come on, who's getting... Oh, come on, you've got to back Rashford up here. Harry Kane's been invisible, man, hasn't he?
He has. He's too far away from him. He's too far away from him.
See, Croatia look tired now. For the first time in the game, they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They look like they're hanging on now. It's all England.
And England, you know, you've got to go for it. If you've got... Croatia aren't going to hurt you on the break, you've got to go for this game now. Because Croatia, I mean, how much of an injustice would that be? And you know it's going to happen. Croatia get into the final, winning every game on penalties in the knockout stage. Bloody joke. Yeah. This is why penalties should be got rid of.
Come on. Yeah, your missus is right, mate. That one out.
He want English, was he? So it doesn't work.
That's the second time that linesman's done an injustice there. Corner we should have had. It should have been a foul. Should have been a throw as well. Get up, mate. Come on. There's no need to roll around like that. Rashford don't tackle that hard. Bloody linesman, Sebi. That's right. Linesman. What a joke he is.
Rashford didn't even touch him. He kicked Rashford, didn't he? Yeah. And then he's diving around like he's been fouled. You kicked him.
What the hell?
At least Rebic is coming off.
Yeah, number 9. Who's that then? So they're going, what, 2
Retro
attackers
Raptor
now,
says Croatia aren't tired. They're saving energy for the after party.
Who's that? Kramaric, is it? Kramaric? Whatever his name is. What's his name? Have a look. Kramaric, yeah.
Do you know how many years I've had this as an England fan? It's just not. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. It happens.
It's the excitement, mate.
Yeah, no, you can't knock it really. I mean, tell you what, beating Sweden 2-0 was nice, but there was no excitement in it at all. We've got a player down here, Danny Rose. Yeah. You can't, mate. They ain't going to knock the ball out for you.
I think that caught him right in the nuts, that one.
Go on, Rashford.
Right. Run, boy, run. Go on, you can beat Modric. Oh. Look at Modric, look. He's knackered. Absolutely shattered he is. The ref, etc., are not on England's side, says Craig. Man United is my city says, oh my God, I'm even tired. It takes a lot out of you, doesn't it, watching England? It
Oh yeah.
really does.
We could have won this like France 1-0 and we'd have been like, well, something to build on. No, never going to happen with England.
Eric Dyer, he's so cool under pressure, so calm.
I think Henderson's been good in this tournament, but
He has, yeah, he has.
I personally would have started Dyer, and Southgate got it right with Henderson, to be honest. But I would have played him. But
Look at the space on the left here, Maguire. Come on, look at Danny Rose. There we go. Come on, get it in. Ah, oh, great. Unlucky, unlucky. Come on, Ali. You should be chasing
that's
that
good by
down.
Stones. It's England at the moment. If we can work an
Yeah,
opportunity, they're sitting back for penalties.
they've
They
had it,
are.
mate. Croatia. They are on their last legs.
Croatia playing for penalties here. Rob L says it's 3 in the afternoon wherever he is.
Kevin says it's just not happening. They're not creating anything at the minute. I mean, apart from set pieces, I think that's probably the only way we're going to score, unless we can get Rashford into the game more.
I don't know why I've written long balls.
Ah,
I mean, what's that by Lingard there? Very, very, very lucky.
yeah, very. Tired pass, mate. Tired pass.
I think Lingard and Ali have been very lucky to be still on the pitch.
Oh, Rose, good ball in. Oh,
Foul. God out. Get out.
come on, he slips.
Charlie
Jesus.
Collins says Modric is tired. Kane Invisible says Man United. It's 4 p.m. 4 p.m. in Ohio, USA, says United like Manchester. Fatigue, says Angelo. Croats playing dirty, says Blue Gold 121. I felt Croatia were going to win in the normal half, the normal 90 minutes, but in this extra time, they've gone into their shell a little bit. It's like they are playing for penalties, which I think is disgusting. I think it's disgusting that a team can go to the World Cup final winning every knockout game on penalties. It's a bloody joke. But
Dele Alli's looking a bit fatigued now as well.
yeah, I'm surprised Loftus-Cheek's not been brought on. I don't even know if we've got a sub to do it now.
I think we have, yeah. I think we have. No, we wouldn't have, would we? Because we brought Danny Rose extra time. No, Dyer, wouldn't it, as well?
Here we go, bit of space.
Yeah.
Last minute of the half.
Come on. There we go. Looking. Should have played that
The legs,
straight
have we?
through the
That's
middle.
the thing when you get to extra time. It's a long game.
He should have put that ball straight down the middle for Rashford.
How the hell have you not been for a piss yet? And I've had 3. And I'm going for another one.
I'm absolutely busting, mate, but my legs are crossed, right? They're crossed so tight that my arse is numb.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going for one, then you can go for one if you want.
So, mate, for all I know, I've probably pissed myself and I don't even feel it.
He ain't giving fouls, the ref, is he? He's not giving nothing around the edge of the box for England. And it's Croatia on the break here with Perisic.
Mate, we got plenty of players back there. Look.
No, not quite. Get rid of it.
Come on. There we go.
A minute left of this half. Lethargic from England, to be honest, in the final third. Pretty much the story of the whole game. Just a bit clueless. I don't think France are going to be having many sleepless nights. Got an extra day as well. This is great for France, actually, whoever they play.
No, I mean, he's got 2 minutes added on here. I mean, where's that come from? He's not blowing for any fouls. Go on, Rashford, run. Unlucky, mate, unlucky.
You're paid to do it, apparently, what the wife says. Get on with it. Get her on in a minute. It's probably more entertaining.
So it's coming to the end.
Oh, what a save by Pickford.
Great save.
That should have been 2-1. Croatia should have won that.
Great save.
What a ball. I mean, they've not been in this half, but what a cross by into Mandzukic. I think it's probably Perisic. It's the sort of cross he'd put in. I don't know whether it's a penalty, you know. Well, it can't be a penalty. No, it's not. It's an absolutely world-class save by Pickford. Because that's 2-1 there. Simple.
Charlie's nearly shit himself as well. Oh. So it looks like, I mean, Mandzukic is down.
He's probably broke his leg, to be fair, but it's not a foul.
No, definitely not.
Because he makes a save. Anyone feel like singing It's Coming Home? Didn't think so.
It's going to be a
It's all right
very,
before
very
kick-off,
nervous.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, you might as well go to the toilet now, mate, if you want.
It's a corner, though, isn't it?
Oh, do you know, that should have been a foul on Ali there, you know?
Yeah.
Caught him right on the ankle.
Aaron Chen says Mandzukic chuck it in the nuts. Let's hope he's had kids already. No, it's his knee by the look of it. It's either his knee or he's got a big schlong. You don't get this on Match of the Day, do you?
There's a few people in comments saying he's coming home. That's it.
Corner here. England need to get the game face on because a corner's a corner, isn't it? It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
Remember, subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. I think we've probably got a few United standers thinking where the 9 o'clock show is. It's going to have to wait.
Modric trying to look through. Look. Trippier standing him up.
Blow. No, it's not 2 minutes yet.
No.
That's it. He's blown it. He didn't even give 2 minutes, the dick. Oh, no, he did.
Well,
I'll go now. You can chat.
Yeah, go on, mate. Go for it. So, let's have a look.
Garbage is going to the toilet. For both. I'm going for both.
Go for a goal. So, Pancards, it's coming home. We still believe. Anything can happen here. Craig Davis says it's coming home. Lol, we're playing with the England team on it. Pickford is crap, says Joy Duke. No way, man. No way. Quality goalie. Sally's nerves are shot. And that's Mark's kids saying, come on, England. Oh. Heart, mate. I am so numb, it's unreal. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if I pissed myself already. So, video game, Marcus, if we go to pens, do you think we'll win? Yes, I do. Ryan says Modric is tired as hell. He does. He looks exhausted, doesn't he? If De Gea leaves, would you take Pickford? Possibly. Yeah. If Oblak wasn't available, yeah, I'd go for him. Alex says Kane is playing as a bloody centre. I think Alex, mate. I think that's what they're doing. They're hitting the long ball to Rashford.
Daddy, can I sit on your chair?
Can't have another penalty shootout, says Martin.
They're going to get a goal in this second
Jay says the referee must be Croatians.
Can we sit on it, please?
Any marks in the background there? That's it, Anthony. Yeah. Been on my birthday, says Leslie.
If we win, you can come on the stream, yeah.
Yes.
Sam, Mark was 10 out of 10. Cheers, mate. I need a bucket going. Yeah, I do, mate, yeah.
I've just taken a straw poll, Marcus, from the family who are watching the game, and 75% said England are going to win. They clearly know nothing about football, do they? Because
mate.
Well, you're going to say we're going to win as well, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, of course we will. I mean, what's there to be afraid of on the penalties, mate? The penalty hoodoo is done and dusted now.
But it'll be back.
Done and dusted.
This is why I don't want a penalty shootout, because I wanted to leave this World Cup winning in a penalty shootout.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go and retain it again and go, this happened in Euro 96. We beat Spain on penalties. Yeah, we've got rid of it. Got knocked out in the semi-final. Oh, it's back again. I don't want to see it back again. But to be honest with you, I do think that this is probably going to go to penalties, to be honest.
It's looking like that, yeah. I'd agree with you on that one. Croatia didn't, apart from that chance at the end there with Mandzukic, it was all England that first half. And it looks like that's going to be the same again in the second half. So it's going to be down to England to get this goal now.
Having said that, they had the best chance of the half.
They did, yeah, they did. Hardly did anything in that first half, and they had the best chance, yeah. Like Rashford, good pressure on the keeper though.
Yeah. You know what? I said 2-1 to England in extra time, but I never, ever, ever wanted it to actually put me through it. I didn't.
There's a lovely comment here from Salt Solace. He says, Markman Marcus, 10 out of 10. Better than match in a day, although that ain't much praise.
No, to be fair, it's I'd be disappointed if we weren't better than match of the day.
Yeah.
But it's a nice comment anyway. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to do it, and I've really enjoyed it. And it's made it a lot. I've enjoyed doing it with Marcus, obviously, but it's been great doing it with all of you lot as well. And to be honest with you, I'm not gonna move away from what I've always said as well. That I know a lot of people want England to lose, and that's what this channel's all about. We're obviously desperate for England to win, but it's not England fan channel. It's That's Football, and we've done Champions League finals, we've done all sorts of games, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to have a community that no matter who you support, can come together on both the channels. United Stand and That's Football. So it's really nice, and everyone's so polite and respectful to each other.
Michael says, believe, it is coming home. I think he means coming. But it's Croatia with the corner here.
This is all it takes.
I'll tell you what, that's bloody lazy. Yeah. Absolutely lazy by Jesse Lingard. How do you pass to somebody and give them a free shot on goal from a bloody corner? It's just bloody lazy.
He's just not picking him up at all, is he?
No.
He's got 2 yards on him.
Poor.
I mean, everyone's looking at him saying, what the hell?
I see Croatia again now, though. England looks so leggy.
Well, great tackle
Would
there.
you rather lose a semi-final or get embarrassed in a final,
though? Well,
I've seen people saying in the live comments, it's not come from me, but people are saying France would embarrass England in the final. On tonight's performance, I think you're not wrong. But would you rather get to the final and have that, or would you rather go out in the semis? Because losing a final would be bloody hard, wouldn't it? Is it possible for me to come to the UK to meet you, says Stufu. They've scored. Croatia have scored.
Oh, for fuck. Jesus Christ.
Deserved. England have been rubbish.
It's been coming, We just said there, like a minute before, it was Croatia again coming.
Totally deserved.
What a joke. That defence has been so good throughout this tournament. They've been so good throughout there. And they let that slip like that.
What's happened here? I thought we got rid of it. It's Kyle Walker. It's a header flicked on. And Stones gets just caught. Stones gets caught napping. Yeah. Just soft, isn't it? Really soft goal, and we're going home, I think. I think we're going home.
It's not over yet. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I mean, Trippier, I mean, look at Mandzukic. Look, he's done nothing all game. Absolutely nothing.
You give him a chance in the box.
Yeah, he'll put it away,
John Stones has just napped there, unfortunately, and 2-1.
Come on, England, get at them. You might as well throw caution to win now. You got to go for it, ain't you now?
Poor defending, says Zoe. 2 goals in 5 matches for Mandzukic. He nearly scored anyway, didn't he? Just before half time.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Got any more subs?
I don't think we have, mate. I think we did Dyer and Rose in the extra time, didn't we? So you don't get the extra one.
It's 2-1. You know what? I think from an English point of view, I just feel a bit like Belgium. It's like what have you done tonight? What an opportunity! What an opportunity! And Very weird. I think Southgate will get a bit of criticism tonight, and he's done so well in this World Cup, but he probably deserves a bit. I don't understand why he's stuck with Ali and Lingard all game, and they've been so invisible.
Yeah, so they've not been great the whole tournament. Why he hasn't noticed it before now, God knows. But I mean, Harry Kane's been invisible for the last two.
Yeah, he'll probably win the Golden Boot, which is a joke.
Yeah, but we need. Oh, we have got another sub.
So it'll be Vardy coming on.
Oh, he's got to take Lingard or Ali off. He's got to be. They look absolutely dead to the ground.
No, Kyle Walker.
That's a bit of a strange one for me. Kyle Walker, he's the paciest out of the centre backs.
I suppose it's all he's got here, really. But we have got Danny Welbeck, and I mean, one thing I'd say about Vardy is he's good on the break, but we ain't going to be doing. I don't think Croatia are going to be going gung ho, are they?
No, I don't think they will now. No, look at them. Look, 11 men behind the ball now. Look. So it's going to be all England, I think, for this last 10 minutes. Rashford round the back. Just not high enough. I mean, what's Kane doing playing as like the centre mid, virtually? Croatia now are going to use Perisic, I think, probably to hit us on the break. Yeah.
He's got cramp, ref. You ignore it.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I'm telling him to get up. Yeah. Ball comes in.
He's cramp. You don't stop the game for cramp.
Yeah. Not a head injury. No need to stop it. Yeah, we'll get up then.
Well, at least if Croatia win it, they've won it in normal time. I've got to be honest about that. I'd be disgusted if they won it on penalties because they've won every knockout game on penalties. So.
Yeah. Thing is now, though, as England fans, we're hoping for penalties now. So we've got just under 8 minutes to go. Got to make these chances count now if we can get them.
Kane, I agree with Ravens, Claude. Kane has been very, very poor. Very poor. I got the score right in extra time anyway. I just got the wrong team.
Yeah.
Actually, anybody who watched my FIFA Predicts on my channel earlier on, what was the score? 2-1
Yeah,
Croatia.
yeah. Oh, come on, England. Get that ball back. So this is where, I mean, they got to suck up every bit of energy they got here and start pressing them. They got to press them
on
quicker.
The attack, isn't it? You'd think that Croatia would be what's a corner. I mean, England had just been dead on their feet. Poor, really poor. Croatia are 2-1 up with a World Cup final to come, and they're on the attack. You know. Interesting. We will be doing a World Cup watch along anyway. Croatia versus France, probably. So make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. A lot of people in the live comments saying, I think they're trying to bait me, which I won't take because the reality is I'm not. You know, obviously I want England to win, but I'm also very fair, and I think probably from the second half to now, Croatia deserves to be 2-1 up. I can't lie. I can't pretend. Obviously, I want England to win, but I haven't seen anything from England since half time. I think the plan was to see it out 1-0, and it's disappointing. It's disappointing, but I'm still massively confused why Dele Alli and Lingard are still on the pitch. One of them should have come off a long, long time ago, and I don't know what Southgate's seeing that most of England's not seeing, that they've been irrelevant the whole game, and he's kept them on. Very, very surprised. Very, very, very surprised.
Mandzukic is off for Corluka.
Trippier's messed up as well for some reason.
I think he's pulled his groin, I think.
5 minutes to go for England. Trippier can't come off. There's no sub. I don't think he can come off. I don't think we've got a sub, have we?
I don't think we have, mate. No.
So we've used Rose came on for Young,
Yeah.
Rashford
Dyer
came on
for
for Sterling,
Dyer
Dyer's
for
come on, and
Henderson.
Vardy came on for Walker. We ain't got a sub.
Yeah. No.
So we're down to 10 men as well.
Do you know what? I just keep him on the pitch. Just chuck him up top. Chuck him up top.
Joel Robinson says, Lovren Champions League finalist and World Cup finalist.
You know what we could do with Marouane here, mate.
I think he'd do a better job than Harry Kane.
Come on, England. Right, so everyone is pushing forward here. We've just got 2 at the back. That's a foul.
That's
Come on.
no good, is it? We're down to 10 men because of Trippier.
Yeah, Trippier's at it.
That's
What a
game
shame.
over, innit? It's got to be game over, isn't it? You can't.
Yeah.
With 10 men, what are you going to do?
What a shame. What a way to bow out of the tournament for that lad. What a shame. It's
Risky,
fantastic. Yeah. He's probably been, from England's point of view, my man of the tournament, I think, Trippier. Absolutely phenomenal.
Jared Pesserman says, Lovren might be in the final of the Champions League and the World Cup, but he's going to be a loser twice.
Yeah.
I'd like Croatia to win it, but it'd be difficult.
Well, I had Croatia as my second team as soon as England, England obviously first, and then I went for Croatia. That could be a VAR moment there. He was pulled down, I think, Maguire.
Nah.
No.
I don't think that'd be a penalty.
Oh, cool. Lucas barged him. A bit soft, but
I think it'd be the softest penalty in World Cup history if we got that.
Yeah, clashing straws there, I think.
Yeah. Out with a whimper, I'm afraid. Out with a whimper.
And Modric is going off, so Croatia is shutting up shop now.
Trippier's trying to get himself back on the pitch. Wow.
What a lad he is. What a lad. If Mourinho wants players that run through brick walls, mate, I think he's one of them.
What's your thoughts, Marcus, on tonight in general?
I'm a bit up and down, really. I mean, I'm proud of the boys for if they do go out for getting this far, and they really had a good go leading up to this game, but they've fallen short. It's not the same England that we saw against Colombia and Sweden.
No.
Totally different. They like you said earlier, it looked like we was rested on the one goal and thought that would have been enough. So, bit of a shame if we go out, but they've done me proud, I think. I really do. I think they've done really well, considering no one gave them any hope at the start of the tournament.
To be honest, I'd go another way and say they have done well, but what they've done tonight has baffled me. They've been much better than this in both games in the knockout stages against Sweden and Colombia. Much better.
Yeah.
But for some reason tonight they've just not kept hold of the ball. It's been really weird. I don't think Croatia are that good. I was never scared of Croatia, and
there's a man over at the back.
I think it's, as I said, Italia 90. I think their legacy remains as a very good team that were very unlucky not to make a World Cup final. And this team is not unlucky not to make a World Cup final. They've just not been good enough. And sometimes, you know what? Part of me thinks I'd rather that than lose a semi-final on penalties again. I can't be doing with that. And actually, over the balance of the game, I think Croatia probably deserve it. England have just not been good enough. But I've been disappointed because I think Southgate totally missed something that many of us spotted very early on, that Lingard and Ali just didn't work. It was never working, and he stuck with it, and that's the disappointing thing for me, is why he stuck with that. I don't get it.
I've got 4 minutes added on here. 4 minutes.
Yeah, but I tell you what, we're only playing for penalties anyway, aren't we? And
Yeah.
I've got to be honest, I don't think a World Cup semi-final should be resolved on penalties. So I'll take it because it gives us a Russian roulette at the penalty at the final. But the reality is, I think Croatia have deserved it.
But they had a game plan and they stuck with it. They didn't panic when they went 1-0 down. You know, they kept going and going, plugging away. So they got to be respected for that. I mean, sometimes they did try, I think, the dirty tactics sometimes, but you can't. Come on, Ali, stop getting involved with you. How stupid was that? What waste of time that was, Ali? Crap.
Yeah, too late, isn't it? Where's been this fight in the game? You know.
Just over 2 minutes to go. I mean, shots on goal at England 1, Croatia 7. Says it all. But I think, Croatia's midfield won in the game, I think, for me. The midfield has been much better than England's all through the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm to be honest with you, I'm not absolutely, as I said, Italia 90, devastated. I'm disappointed, I am, but I just they sort of lived up to what we were talking about before the tournament. This is one of the worst England worst World Cup squads ever, and I think Southgate's done a great job to get them this far. Really good job. He has done a great job to get them this far, but the reality is they ain't that good because they've been very poor in this game. Trippier from a set piece got them 1-0 up, but what did they do? Could have been a different story if Lingard, if Kane had scored that chance. Should have scored it. 2-0, probably in a World Cup final. But ultimately, you can't. I don't like shoulda. We've had well over 100 minutes after that to put the game to bed, and we haven't.
Yeah, we had a few chances in this game if we'd have been a bit more clinical. But I mean, the main. I think the main player for England, Harry Kane, has been invisible. Not just this game, but in the Sweden game as well.
Big time. Absolutely.
It looks like he's going to come out with a golden boot, but
yeah, and I've got to be honest, as an England fan, I was saying this before anyway, that was a last chance here for England to put a cross in.
Sandball.
You take it, wouldn't you? I'd have a go at the World Cup final with 3 penalties now, but I mean, if Harry Kane wins the Golden Boot, I remember Gary Lineker winning the Golden Boot in '86, and he nearly won it in '90, and it's always been deserved. But the worst Golden Boot ever. If Harry Kane wins the Golden Boot, I hope Mbappe scores a hat trick or something in the final, actually, or Mandzukic. No, I think he'd have to score 4 actually, so that's not going to happen.
Rashford's taking this one. Trippier's gone off.
Not going up? Why ain't Pickford going up? We've only got 10 men anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we need a miracle.
Last chance saloon.
We're not going home anyway. We've got 3rd and 4th place playoff. That's it. He'll blow. And it's Croatia into the final, and it's England out, and they run onto the pitch. And you know what? There's a massive part of me that's just not even shocked. It's not good. It's just not been good enough, has it? Not been good enough.
I think that game that they wasn't good enough. That game, it's. I don't want to dwell too much on the negativity, but I think the boys have done the country proud to get that far. No one give them an absolute hope before the tournament. A lot of people questioned whether they'd get out of the group. So, I mean, for me, it's a shame they've come up just a bit short. But fantastic throughout the tournament, bar that game. They've been really good, but it's just the effort levels in this one just wasn't there.
Yeah, I know. Close that door, please.
That's yeah. I mean, I think you'd have to be really, really hard to say that they haven't done the unthinkable really in a way because you know people would have took the quarter final, but they got to the semis. That they're in the third and
Yeah,
fourth place
you know what,
playoff.
you're spot on there. And I don't. I mean, I could be really negative and say that Southgate messed up big time, and I think he did. I mean, he managed Middlesbrough, didn't do great there. He's managed England, and he's done okay. And this World Cup, he's exceeded expectation. But if you can't see in that game that, I mean, I've got no sympathy with England players crying on the pitch. This isn't Italia 90. I'm old enough to remember. It's not Italia 90. It's not Euro 96. It's not even World Cup 98. It's nowhere near it. There's no injustice in this game. It's not like we've lost on penalties. It's not like we've been robbed in a bad refereeing decision. This is almost what I wanted. If we were going to lose the semi-final, I wanted us to lose it in a way that was just. And we just weren't good enough. We weren't good enough. That game, I don't feel cheated. I'm not going to be not sleeping tonight. Croatia deserved to win it. And I don't like saying that, but they did deserve to win it. And England exceeded expectation because actually that was one of the worst World Cup squads I've ever seen for England. And they made us believe for a little bit, and that's great. And, on a different day, Harry Kane scores and it's 2-0 and maybe we go through. But the reality is, I have got sympathy with them crying because they're professional footballers and it's bothered them. But this isn't Italia 90. This is not Euro 96. This is not an injustice. In my mind, this is not an injustice. This is not going to be remembered like Italia 90. It's not going to be remembered like Euro 96. We'll just remember it as remember that year that bunch of players that no one ever gave a chance got to a World Cup semi-final. And I think they can look at it and they can go, we should have done better. But a lot of people expected them to do worse. But it's not an injustice. They've not been robbed. They've lost 2-1 in extra time. And to be honest, I would much rather that than lose on penalties anyway. So I can sleep easy because penalties would have been an injustice. Yeah,
I mean, you don't want to see a semi-final get you don't want to go out on penalties, but I think towards the end of the extra time now, I think we all would have took penalties and like you said, Russian roulette. You got 50-50 chance, and we wanted to stay in the competition. But I think the boys, I think they've done us proud. I really do. I mean, they made me believe in the England national team again. This is a young squad. There's no egos in this squad. This is Southgate's first attempt with the senior team. He's got them to the semi-final, and they've got the experience now as well. I mean, that's going to be vital going forward. So hopefully, when the Euros come around and the next World Cup, we'll be able to go one better. But I don't think we should take anything away from them. There's no world class names in here like the Beckhams and the Gerrards and that. This is a team that plays for each other, and congratulations to them. All the best. They've done me proud, and I'm sure a lot of people say they've done the country proud as well.
In the context of where it went wrong for me, he just totally missed the midfield. He didn't seem to grasp it, and you know what I'm like. I'm always an advocate. I always champion fan opinion, and I know what you're saying in the live comments. And he never seemed to grasp that the midfield was fucked. And I swear, sorry, because I've had a few beers, but he never seemed to grasp that the midfield was gone. And we knew it before the game. Modric, Rakitic, Brozovic, very hard midfield to deal with. But Lingard and Ali were like the invisible men. And I know Harry Kane was, and I know Sterling was, and even Rashford was when he came on. But to be fair to a centre forwards, if the midfield's gone, what are you supposed to do? You're going to live off a long ball. And Dele Alli and Jesse Lingard, they got away with it against Sweden because they created the second goal. But they were invisible in that game, and they were invisible in this game. And Southgate seemed to ignore that, and I think he ignored it because he looked at his bench and thought, I ain't got anything better. And I think that's the problem with England at the moment. The squad depth isn't what Belgium have got, it isn't what Croatia have got, and it isn't what France have got. So, ultimately, if we'd got to the final, I think when you go against Kante and Pogba, that midfield would have been annihilated anyway. So maybe we've been saved that embarrassment. I mean, Modric and Rakitic will be able to give a better game against them, but France will be the favourites. But yeah, I've lived this. 2002 quarter-final against Brazil, we should have won it. Went out with a whimper. 90, we should have won it. We were unlucky. 96, we should have won it. We were unlucky. 98, we should have beat Argentina. Beckham got sent off. I've seen many injustices. Lost to Portugal twice, 2004, 2006. They're not nice defeats to take because you're like, what if? Little bit of an injustice. You can't. I can't say that tonight. I can't. And all the coming home, you can mock it, but I loved it. I loved it for those few days. I loved it. It was great. We believed, the nation believed, and it was great. And it's sad that it's over from that point of view, but it's deservedly over. And there's no tears. I won't look back on this with anything other than we did well. I won't look on it sadly and say we should have won the tournament because we shouldn't. I think it is what it is, and sometimes you've got to take it on the chin. So. I've very rarely done this as an England fan, but fair play to Croatia. They went 1-0 down and they won the game 2-1, and both goals were deserved. And the graphs that we showed on the sofa score, make sure you download that because we want to use that more on the Watchalongs. The link is in the video description. It's a great app, and it showed you the graphs. It was Croatia. It was coming. On both goals, it was coming. And you hang on in there because you want England to win, but it was coming, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And we've done every World Cup game as a watch-along, and we will be back for the third and fourth playoffs, and we'll be back for the final. We ain't going anywhere. But as an England fan, I'm disappointed, but the best team won.
Yeah, I think the best team won over the course of 120 minutes. The second half is, for me, where it went wrong. We sat back, invited the pressure on. We thought we were quite comfortable wanting to defend a one-goal lead, and it's always dicey doing that. We saw it in the Colombia game, 89th or 90th minute. They'd done nothing in the game. They got a corner, they put it away. It was needless to do that. We could have, like I said earlier, Henderson could have stayed on, but he's chucked Dyer on, so he's gone like for like. Vardy comes on. Some of the changes you'd think maybe he should have done a bit earlier. The Rashford change especially should have done a bit earlier. We were saying about Sterling. We've been saying it for the last few games about Sterling. Ashley Young, he never looked comfortable in the first half from the first minute. Kept losing possession. Never had that natural cross. I think, but the midfield tonight it showed the difference in class with the Perisic's and the Rakitic and Modric, and then you look at England's midfield: Henderson, Lingard, Ali. I mean, there's no comparison, is there really? But they did well. I think the boys did well, and they deserve a lot of credit for uniting the country together again. And I think the future is bright for the England national team. I really do.
And Harry Kane, a lot of people getting on to Lukaku's back last night. I mean, invisible man. Worst Golden Boot winner ever, I think. And I think that's right. I think it's spot on. I thought it was absolutely atrocious. Captain as well. Maybe he bottled it, whatever. But he was very poor in the Sweden game and very poor again tonight. And everyone likes to have a pop at Sterling, but I'd like to see people having a go at Harry Kane. I don't really want anyone to have a pop at anyone, but the way Sterling's been treated in this World Cup is massively unfair. When you've got people like Harry Kane putting in a performance like that, it was very poor, and he missed an absolute sitter that would have made it 2-0.
I think when you look back at the game, and you think that moment would have changed the game completely. It would have changed the game completely. Croatia, I thought they did look a bit leggy towards.
They were there for the taking. I'm not going to pretend that Croatia were a good team. They were there for the taking, and I think
they were, They were, and if Kane puts that chance,
didn't it? Rakitic and Modric, both in their 30s, they schooled England tonight.
Yep, they did, and it just took that 1 second of lapse of concentration by John Stones, just walking out. If he'd have jogged out instead of walking out, he would have been offside. And it's just that split second of concentration that not really. Not I don't want to say it's cost them, but
It's just
it's
a
made the
mistake, wasn't
difference.
it? And if a team's putting you under pressure, you expect a mistake at some point.
Yeah. I mean, you got to take a lot of things into account as well. I mean, they didn't know. I don't think anyone wanted extra time, to be honest with you. But it's what is what is. And like I say, I think we can be proud. I think all the people that have got behind England and the nation, they can be proud of this England team.
Definitely, definitely. Well, Marcus, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on for the England games, and I know
No
you're
worries,
going to be
mate.
on. I know you're going to be on for the World Cup games. The Manchester United games next season. But it's sad that the England. Well, you're more than welcome to do the England game for third and fourth place on Saturday.
What time is it?
4:00, because we've got to do every game, and that's what we've said on this channel. We're not gonna shirk it, and I'll be doing the World Cup final on Sunday. It is what it is, and you know what? All I would say is if you're upset tonight, and my daughter's just gone to bed crying because I didn't really want her to stay up, and they won't understand it. It was like when I watched Italia 90. She's gone to bed crying. I'm going to want to have a chat with her in a minute, but it's not nice. But actually, as somebody who's watched lots and lots of football, I don't feel a sense of injustice. I don't even feel sad. I just feel it is what it is. It is. It was a great opportunity, but sometimes in the sport, I don't mind losing like that. I don't. I do, but I hate losing when there's an injustice. I hate losing on penalties because it's a lottery. I don't mind losing when you just fall short. I do, but I can deal with it a lot better than I can an injustice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think you got to hold your hands up, and they got beaten fair and square tonight. That you could argue, a couple of yellow cards should have been issued in the first half, but apart from that, I thought really the ref had an okay game, to be honest.
Yeah. There's nothing to grab hold of, is there?
No, there isn't. No, there isn't. The penalty on Sterling, it could have been given. It wasn't given, but it was at a time when you could see what was coming. You could see what was coming. So, yeah, beaten fair and square. But the boys have done me proud tonight, personally.
Anyway, I just want to say to everybody in the live comments, you're absolutely fantastic. Regardless whether you wanted England to lose or not, regardless of whether I'm ignoring your banter or not, we've had a great World Cup. We've done every single game as a World Cup watch-along. We're not going to shift away from the last two, so make sure you join us on Saturday and Sunday for the final and the third and fourth place playoff, because it's been a fantastic journey. We've got loads of watch-alongs next season, transfer shows and everything. We wear a heart on the sleeve, we wear the shirt there. It didn't go our way, but I can deal with it. I'm more than long in the tooth. Yeah. And for everyone who's saying football's you're coming home, we're actually not. We're not.
No, we're still in it.
We're probably going to get the same flight as the winners, because we've got to play the most ridiculous game in the World Cup, the third and fourth playoff. But I ain't gutted tonight. I'm not gutted. I think it's been a great World Cup. I hope somehow Croatia win the final. I suspect they might struggle, but I hope somehow they do, because I think I'd love some team to win it who's never won it before. But I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that tonight. Anyway, I've got to go and do the United Stand. So if you're interested in Manchester United, I'm going to be live there in about 3 minutes' time. So United Stand, type it into YouTube. We're going to be live in 3 minutes' time. Thanks everyone for watching tonight, and thanks to Marcus.
No worries, mate. Pleasure to be on, and thanks to everyone in the comments, and see you again soon.
Thanks for coming on, mate. I've got to just go and get this United Stand done quick.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll give you a text. I'll